It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. It's your boy KFC along with Feits, rocking that Tampa Bay Gronkaneer shirt. Tampa Bay Gronkanetrians, Buccanetrians. Let's go. The biggest super fans in the world of two fucking teams. Cannot even begin to describe how much I hate your fan base right now.
I know, Kevin. I root for your teams. Okay, I want you to experience sports happiness. I wish we were destroyed right now, so you could have a great time. I'm like not even kidding. I truly wish there was you could like be like, fuck you guys, and it would mean something. But it's like I just did a whole post on it, and it's just the New England Patriots were unprecedented. What they've done and they did was unprecedented. Of course, the end is going to be a little unprecedented too. It's going to be something weird. 3 months ago, I completely agree with you. You can't, and it's not having two teams, but it's like if they went to the Jets, guess what? I don't like Brady and Gronk anymore. They went to the Buccaneers, a team no one fucking cares about. They brought some relevance to a team that many people didn't know existed if it wasn't for a creamsicle jersey. You wouldn't even know that was a team unless it was to laugh at. So it's not like, oh, how dare they go to those guys? There's just, I don't know. It's just nothing I can be mad about. I get it all.
I know. I mean, I get that too. It's just that it's like, then what is the point of sports?
I don't know what that means. The point of sports is
if it gets to the point where you win so much that you just like don't feel anything anymore, then it really is like it's too much winning. It ruins sports.
I mean, I wrote that blog 5 years ago. I wrote that blog 2 Super Bowls ago that the Patriots broke the NFL. The Patriots made the first game I care about in the NFL season was the AFC Championship. Everything else is like, fuck it, who gives a shit? We'll be there. And it's actually, but to
not hear one way or the other, like I get if you are not mad at Gronk and Brady, but then you should be feeling something towards your own team. Because it's like, because it's one player. I don't know. If your team is bad, will you change your mind at all? If Jason sucks,
if the team's garbage, if they suck, then it'll be like, yeah, that was fucking stupid. You guys were idiots. But I don't think they're going to suck. I think they're both going to be good football teams. I think the Patriots might be better.
I guess that's the difference. Is like people are comparing it. They were like, were the Bulls fans mad? It's like, well, first of all, if Michael Jordan went and played for like the Miami Heat the next season, it would have been a little different. He retired. Talking about the first time. And if he did, I think people would be really mad at Jerry Krause. Like, no matter, the Bulls fans had 6 rings, and they were furious with Jerry Krause for breaking it up. So one way or another, there should be like some feelings. It shouldn't just be like, I'm good with all this. Because either
when you like the teams who are like, oh, I hate that player. Like, these two players gave me and New England absolutely everything they had.
Yeah, you don't have to hate them.
You can't hate, but like I also can't get mad at Belichick doing what Belichick's done for 20 years, which is what always been the right move. Like if it turns out poorly, maybe the reactions will be different. But I think we'll be fine. The Patriots, I bet the Patriots are rebounded this year. I bet they're rebounded too. I bet the Patriots are right back to being the Patriot ways very, very quickly. Because this is what Belichick's done. It's what he's always done. You cut ties with an older guy who the fan base loves. This isn't the first time someone's left the Patriots and we've continued rooting for them. When you bring this much success, it's like I can't be mad at you. People like go Amendola on the Dolphins, go Brian Flores on the fucking Miami. I'm not on the Dolphins, on the Lions. Go Brian Flores on the Dolphins in our division. Go fucking Vrabel on the Titans. Like everyone's like, hey, look, you did what you came here to do. So I can't be mad at you going elsewhere to get a paycheck now.
Yeah, and I think that Belichick's been able to do that all these years because of the luxury of Brady. I don't think you can just do to Brady what you've done to other people. I think that's like grossly discounting what Tom Brady is. Like that's what Bill does. He just cuts people like a little bit ahead of their time. It's like, well, yeah, you can do that when you have the guy who can turn anything into gold. Now, when he's gone and you've done that to him, I don't think that's going to be the same. And I guess like if you're just what Patriots fans are doing is like the mature thing. If it's like, let's wait and see. And if they're bad, then we'll react. And I'm not going to get emotional in the moment, or I'm not going to fault anybody for making their decisions. Yes. None of us should be sports fans, really. Sports fandom is irrational. It's stupid. It's immature, all that. You're being level-headed here. It's just that's what sports rooting is. Level-headed.
But we're being irrational by being rational. Like, you're right. That's the way everyone always reacts. It's like we're reacting different. We're reacting a way no one's ever seen. That makes it irrational.
I guess, yeah. But I just don't necessarily buy that, like, this is totally unprecedented, because I feel like there have been other dynasties. There have been other greatness. There has been shit where, someone's unceremoniously left, or there's been drama.
When Jordan left, I don't know. You'll have to tell me. When Jordan went to the Wizards, were people furious?
That was a couple of years.
Look, you're at the end of the career. You gave us what you gave us.
First. He was gone for years.
How long was he gone for?
I don't know, 90. He retired in 98. I don't know. It was not like the next season. If Tom Brady retired for a couple of years and then came back to the Bucks, it would be totally different.
I mean, it doesn't feel that. Like I said, I didn't remember.
In 98, came back in 2002.
Okay, so yeah, that's a long time. But right. It's the I don't know. I don't know. That does. 01. Okay, but it's like I think you keep saying like sports are about being irrational, but not. I think sports are just feeling what you feel. I think it would be.
I can't tell you what to feel. I'm just saying that the way you're reacting, it changes all of sports. Like it's like when you're on top.
Change sports. The Patriots changed sports. They did.
Sure, but they don't change the inherent foundation of sports fandom. And if they did, then that's lame. It's just, all right, fine. That fucking sucks. Then that's okay. That's like being a Bulls, Lakers, Cowboys, Duke fan. You can say, okay, do that, but that sucks.
No, it's not, because it's not people aren't going to keep rooting for the Bucks in 5 years. They're going to be like, hey, I hope the Bucks do well while Tom's on the team.
I'm not saying it's a direct correlation. I'm saying that you have every right to do what you want to do as a fan, but there are certain things over the past, 100 years of being a sports fan that we've shamed and made fun of. Rooting for two teams, it's not really allowed. Not caring when you lose your Hall of Famers is just well, wait a minute, what? You've been everybody's in New England's entire personality.
Not caring when you lost the football game,
being the winner who can't get knocked down. And then when you it's like what Dave does. It's like when we're on the rundown and he loses and he's like, well, I don't care. It's on to the next thing. It's like, well, then what do we even spend all of our time arguing about for when things finally go bad for you if you're just going to be like, I don't really care. And you're entitled to do it.
I can tell. I feel really bad that you don't get to be happy. But it's like, it's just the way, it's whatever. It's going to be fun. Uh-huh.
I'm happy. It's just weird that you're not upset.
But I know, you want us to be upset. You're just saying, it sucks when Dave's not all right, well, we'll be fine.
Yeah, because then what's the point of doing?
I don't know, Kevin. I guess there's no point in it. It's just and
it's just I'm not going to watch sports anymore, because it's just well, if everybody dumps on me, the people who lose, and everybody praises the guys who win, and then when it switches, if it's just well, nobody cares. It's what are we doing?
We haven't lost. We haven't lost yet.
Yeah, if you're going to be
if the Patriots go 2-14 next year, you could dump on me and maybe things will be different. I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, but I guess that's it. You could always be let's wait and see. It's why react after a week 2 loss? Let's find out where we are week 17. Yeah, I know, but that's not what we do. We react in the moment. We know our feelings.
That's not new for us. I mean, I feel like I've always been that way. Well, let's see what that. I said that with. Remember, what was it, 3 years ago when I went nuts on Bruins fans? This isn't going to get you past Tampa. How the fuck do you know? Let's see. Maybe this does get us past Tampa. We didn't even play Tampa that year. So it's I've always been a wait and see guy. You are a little more volatile, a little more reactionary. You're we're going to get Steve Cohen and it's the greatest thing. And then it breaks your heart again. You should try this way.
But I would love to be that way. I would love to not do any of this, but it's also just not wait and see is just I would rather not even watch sports. It's pointless.
I disagree. Wait and see has worked out amazingly for me.
Yeah, I know. I mean, all of it works out amazingly when you just don't get emotional.
I get emotional when we win. We win most of the time.
Not when you lose. It's when my team's good, I'm happy. And when they're bad or something goes wrong for us, I don't really care. It's
when you win 13 when you win a championship every year, you go, well, wait, we'll see. It's I
cannot imagine ever not caring about this.
We're Silver Spoon kids. We are. What's the kid who was? What's the fucking word that begins with an A? The kid who killed someone drunk driving, and the judge found him. He was What's the affluence? He had too much affluence, and that's why he didn't have to go to jail. We're that kid. We have too much affluence, and it's it sucks for you. I'm sure it's weird, but it's we're gonna be fine. We'll be okay. The Patriots will probably be good. The Bruins will probably win the Stanley Cup. The Celtics are going to go on a fucking great run. We'll be all right.
Yeah, I guess. I could never imagine being to chalk this up to like Tom did what he needed to do, Gronk did what he needed to do, and it's like it's not that. And I guarantee there's bad blood with those guys. I'm sure they would be weirded out by how the fans are reacting because I'm sure Tom Brady's like fuck the Patriots, and Gronk's definitely like fuck Bill Belichick.
They're mad at Bill Belichick. Bill
and so basically, like Pats fans are now like Bill's guy. Like you're backing Bill because he's still on your team, and those guys are down in Tampa Bay and they're like fuck Bill Belichick, and you're just like no, I like all of them.
I don't think they're like fuck Bill Belichick. I think they're like look, we had the end. I think they're like look, I love what they did for me. I mean, they've both given glowing fucking public statements about each other. Like it's just sometimes a relationship ends. Sometimes you're like, look, this was great. This was a perfect symbiotic relationship. This business transaction we had with these players was flawless. And now it's gone to something else. It's relationship. Just like, look, I love you, but it just doesn't work out. And I think that to me, that's how this has happened.
Do you think Brady wants the Patriots to be good?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think he wants to beat them in the Super Bowl. But I think
as competitive as he is, he wants them to go 0-16 next year.
I think he wants to beat them 100-0. I think there's a lot of players on the team he loves, and he wants to see them do well. But I think if they want to field, Tom Brady wants to beat them 100-0.
I think every competitive freak would love to be like, yeah, you guys suck without me. It's me.
Yeah, I don't know, suck. Maybe he. I don't know. I know Tom Brady wants to beat them absolutely by 1 billion points. And if he wants to look at the sideline, he wants to do his fucking slow point at the sideline. Tom Brady wants to smoke them. I don't know. I can't get in his head about that one. Maybe he wants them to go 1-16. He definitely doesn't want them to fucking be 14-2. But I don't think he wants them to be a disaster either. But he wants to beat the shit out of them.
I think he wants the absolute worst for them.
Maybe.
And I think definitely wants the worst for Bill Belichick.
Maybe. And if he does, that's fine with me too. If he can want that. I don't want it, but he can want it. That's sure.
But that's where it comes down to is like when that's where it's always like there's a line in the sand with sports. And like if someone wants to motherfuck Bill Belichick, you should be like, well then motherfuck you.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I guess so. I don't feel that way. Yeah, sure. Tom, you want the Patriots to be bad. Okay.
It's just no fun. I wouldn't even.
I know. I want to give you fun, and I can't, and I'm sorry.
You're not getting it. I'm having fun. I want you to. This sounds so boring. So boring.
It's I assure you, it's not.
But that's sports fandom. Everything you're saying is like being a front runner. Where it's like, yeah, man, it's great. I root for teams when they win, and then when they don't, it doesn't affect me at all. And we as sports fans have been like, fuck that forever.
I'm not being a front runner. I'm rooting for my team.
But you're acting. That's what front runners are like. They're just like, when it's good, I'm happy. When it's bad, it doesn't affect me. And trust me, bro, it's great. It's like, yeah, I know.
It's not like when it's bad, it's like, who cares about the team? It's like, we're not gonna be bad. Like I feel like that's the part you're missing. They're not gonna be bad.
Yeah, and I guess I think they will be. And I wonder if that happens, would you change your tune? Or I bet you would just be like, well, we had a good run, and it doesn't matter that we're bad this year too.
Because we'll be good next year.
So if you're bad for the next 3 years, will you care then?
If we're bad the next 3 years, then there'll be an issue with Bill Belichick.
What will it take you to be like, oh my God, we fucked this up. I'm mad at Bill Belichick, or I'm mad at Tom Brady, or like, what will it take for you to feel?
2 years of no playoffs, no relevance.
All right.
So by year 3, if it's not like, all right, we're back, then it's like, well, Bill, you fucked this up.
Yeah, all right. We'll talk in 3 years then. Until then, no sports talk is worth it.
Okay.
Plus, we'll talk. What?
We're not the highest. We don't talk the most sports in the world anyway.
So, we're good. We're good. Plus, in the meantime, you'll probably win a Stanley Cup, which that's been a little bit of a drought, right? I mean, 9 years since the last one.
Yeah, we lost. We were in it 7 years ago.
What's that? Oh yeah. You're in it, but that feels like way longer. Or no, it
doesn't feel
longer than it was. Wait. What am I trying to say? It feels like the Bruins won the Stanley Cup sooner than 9 years ago.
Right, and it felt that was also to tie in the Patriots again. When the Patriots were bad, it never felt because the Bruins are good every year. It just they weren't in the cup. They're always in the top 5 in the NHL. They're always relevant. So it feels like they were always right there.
Yeah, like the Red Sox would win and then be fucking awful, win and be awful. The Bruins have always been there, so I'm stunned to find out that they haven't won one in nearly a decade.
Yeah.
But they did the did they even call that something last night? It was just like live stream.
It was the locker room experience, I think, or something like that.
That's cool.
What it was revolutionary. It was like, honestly, I don't know whose idea this was. I'm mad I didn't come up with it. It's also weird we've gotten to that stage of like, because we do have such a reach at Barstool, and like we can pretty much put together anything we want to.
Any ideas like, fuck, this should have been us.
When I see anything in marketing or anything, I'm like, fuck, that was genius, son of a bitch. And I don't know if this was the Bruins' idea. I don't know if this was the NHL's idea. I'd imagine it was the Bruins, because if it was the NHL, why would you do it with a more recent team?
Right,
but
it might depend on like which. I don't know, if you look back over the last 10 years, maybe they picked like this locker room had the closest guys. We can get the most guys to do this. They are the most personalities. So they all got the whole team. Like everybody came back for a Zoom.
Tim Thomas was there. Tim Thomas ran away to a bunker in Denver. He made the American Hockey Hall of Fame this year, which I believe is in Washington, or at least his ceremony was in Washington. And the Bruins happened to be playing the Capitals that weekend, so Tank went to the game and got his introduction.
Yeah,
and he's like, this is my first time seeing most of these guys since the Cup run. So like,
the first time you've seen humans, probably.
Dude, I can't believe he allows Wi-Fi in his house. Like, I figured like the radiation would be bad. I can't believe he lets webcams in his house and like microphones.
Right,
I'm sure like everything the tale of that has been greatly exaggerated. But as the tale goes, I'm shocked any of that is allowed in Tim Thomas's house.
Yeah,
but
he's like the Unabomber, as far as I'm concerned.
Right. It was this, and so the Bruins are. The Bruins, I've always said the Bruins are my number one team, and they were like, that's who I grew up. The Patriots, I was probably like 8, maybe 10 when I like really started to pay attention, and then I didn't fall in love with them until Brady, which is why this makes it even weirder. Like it's Brady and the Patriots were completely meshed. How do I decide? It's a mom and a dad splitting up. We're like, I love you both guys. Like you're fucking both houses. But the Bruins have always been like my guy, and so I am biased with what you said earlier about the locker room. This is the greatest locker room I've ever seen in my entire life. It was just, this cup run was so fucking perfect with like the way it ended against Vancouver, because it was perfectly white collar versus blue collar, prep school versus private school. It was school versus public school. It was like the bullies versus the fucking the skill guys. It was beautiful, and like the skill guys were fucking punks in Vancouver. They were biting. They were cheap shots. Bergeron said last night he still has the fucking scar from that bite. They were like
the McPoyle twins. What are their names? The Sedan sisters, or whatever. Those guys fucking suck. I hate those guys.
Suck those guys. And
so
like
everybody gets together on a Zoom and watches the game, and they get absolutely shit-faced. And I'm sure they were passing around a little Screwball whiskey, because that is the number one whiskey right now. If you're trying to kick back, have a good time, sip on some whiskey with a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of flavor, and enjoy it. Yeah, it doesn't have a harsh bite. It's not, it's not going to put hair on your chest. It's smooth. It's enjoyable because it's got a little hint of peanut butter in it. So if you're looking for an outlet to unleash your inner creative self, like these guys did. They hop on a stream. They're talking about the old days. They're cracking jokes. They're painting the picture for you. They're probably throwing back some Screwball whiskey because it's the Screwball whiskey. They what?
They were throwing back Screwball whiskey.
They were getting loose for sure. It goes neat on the rocks as a shot. It's amazing all by itself. Also, you can mix it up. And what do people do? They do something to make like a peanut butter and jelly. They put like
grape juice
soda. Grape soda. So you can mix it up with some flavored stuff, and you can create some pretty cool cocktails. It is right now. They're also doing a Screw COVID-19 campaign where they're donating $250,000 to the United States Bartenders Guild, $100,000 to the Children of Restaurant Employees, That sounds like a very specific charity called CORE. $100,000 to the California Restaurant Association, and they've prepared over 1,000 care packages for people in the San Diego area. So they're donating hand sanitizer to the front lines. They're doing a lot of awesome shit to fight Corona on top of making a great whiskey. So Screwball, the original and most awarded peanut butter whiskey, is now available near you. At 70 proof, Screwball peanut butter whiskey is the perfect shot or the perfect addition to your favorite cocktail. Pick it up at your local store or get it delivered today. You ready to hashtag get screwed? Go to screwballwhiskey.com for more information. Enjoy responsibly. Advertisement by Screwball Spirits, LLC, San Marcos, California. Whiskey with natural flavors and caramel color, 35% alcohol by volume. So they all get together. So who's like the star of that? That's like Sagan is back on that?
No, in fact, that was the weirdest part of it. Is Sagan was on team, but Sagan was like 19. And Sagan actually most of the playoff run didn't even dress. I think it was
Sagan goes on to be like 50 goals, like hot shot, and now he's back. But these guys are probably like, we don't fuck. You were like a nobody to us, right?
Sagan went on to be like, ESPN, the body issue, all this stuff.
Right.
But that plus, I forget exactly what game it was against Tampa. It was the maybe game. It was sometime between game 3 and 5, I think, when Sagan finally first dressed, and he came out like a lightning bolt, scored 2 goals that game. But like Sagan was a healthy scratch most of the playoffs, and so like his dynamic with those players, especially him being the pretty boy superstar, he's Adam Banks, he's cake eater.
Yes.
He's the pretty boy superstar, and these are all just the fucking blue collar boys and he's like sitting there. He's just drinking Bud Lights, and he had like his championship ring on. It was real high school reunion energy from him, and he was very quiet. In fact, like I felt bad. I was like, oh, like this is, and there were some dynamics that were funny. Like Gregory Campbell, I think, does not like him. You could see like it's crazy getting to watch, because that's what our fucking dream is. Once our sports dream dies, like all we ever think about is like, God, what it would be like to be in that locker room with the fellas. Yeah. And this was that. This was literally that. And then there were times you could tell where like the whole team shut up while like Campbell would chirp Sagan, and you're like, oh, they're shutting up because they're like, all right, dude, relax. When you chirp Marchand, they'd all jump in because it was like, this is a fun guy.
Like there's like 20 of them, right? Is it not like they were a good job about you talk and I talk? And then
it was very chaotic at first before puck drop. And then once the puck dropped, everyone found a groove pretty quickly. A lot of the guys were quiet.
Like a boss, like a leader of it. Like when Jaromir talked, were people like, all right, we listen?
No, Jágr wasn't on that team. Jágr came on 2013, I believe.
Got it.
But that was like Campbell said. He came up because Campbell said something like, oh, yeah, like they were busting Campbell's balls about being like on the Merlot line. And Campbell's like, oh, please. Jágr told me I was the greatest center he ever played with. And they were like the terms they were just throwing, like it went right away. Immediately, there were 2 things that happened that made you go, oh, this is fucking awesome. First thing was Marchand came on, and it was like totally like it was very black. And someone's like, Marshy, you look great. He goes, yeah, you should fucking see me naked, bud. And then I think Mark Recchi, who was very much, he was the old guy on that team. And then it's a decade later, so Recchi looks old. Oh, Recchi was one touching vodka sun-kissed drinks. He told us. And it was just like, you'd see him just slam the whole drink, put it down. I don't know if he had one of his kids behind making another. He'd never get up. He'd just have it full again. Just slam it again. And, but I think he asked, who, because they were showing the highlight of Nathan Horton. Horton brought TD Garden ice and then let it melt on the plane and everything, and then dumped it on their ice. And that was like a big thing for fans because we saw it and it was like, oh, fuck. And Recchi was like, who knew he did that? And that was, no one knew. That, like, we've always thought that was like a rallying cry for the team. I think Lucic said Horton told him, but like 99% of the team was like, yeah, we didn't even know we did that until after. So, like, they were just like little things.
That's even crazier because that means that dude like actually believed in it. It's one thing like, we're going to bury the football because it's symbolic. We'll bring home ice with me. But you usually do it to be like, yeah, boys, let's go. And he just kept it to himself like a weirdo.
he said, Lucic said Horton wasn't on the stream. So Lucic said he came in the locker room and just kind of whispered to him, it's all right now, bud. and that was it.
Yo, hockey players are the best. If hockey players weren't fucking like just like one-track minded idiots who want to play hockey and bash your teeth out, they'd all be stand-up comedians. They're all fucking hilarious. They're so quick-witted.
They're so quick, Kevin. Dude,
it's crazy.
I think it was Seidenberg. Oh no, it was Ferentz. Ferentz is a big tattoo guy. And he said something where he's like, hey, Sides, Bergie's got more tats than us now. We got to get back in the shop, bud. And he goes,
so well.
he goes, Bergie, how many you got now? And Bergie's like, he goes, none. And they're like, yeah. And Marshall goes, he's just trying to cover up his body going to shit.
And it's like, boom, it's probably just from a lifetime of when you play in hockey, it's not like you said, you're always like traveling fucking 12 hours to go on a tournament or whatever. Like you play basketball, it's like, I see you at the practice, see you at the game, I go home. You guys like live together, you do the prep school shit. So you are just it's 24/7. So it's like being a comic. Like you just get your fucking reps in, so you know how to chirp, you know what to say, you're quick with it. It's fucking. That's why Whitney is the funniest guy at Barstool, and even Biz, who like will admit that he's like a dummy, is still like, he'll fucking chop you down in a millisecond.
I think it's more than I don't think it's the traveling obviously helps all that. But I think it's just you talk about practice. Like every day, it takes a half hour to get dressed. So every day, you're 1 hour, you're sitting there naked with each other. And dude, they had what was the other one? They were talking about like Tim Thomas always trying to give speeches. And Shane Knighty goes, Tank, what was that? Oh no, he goes, Timmy, what was that speech you gave after game 5, bud? Can't fucking lose again? Pretty good speech. It was like after game 5, they went down 3-2. They just couldn't lose again. That was like lose again, the series is over. Those are the rules. Can't fucking lose again?
We know, dude. That's mathematics, bro. 5 out of 7. We get it.
Dude, I'm trying to go through some of the stuff right now. Like them calling Yager sniffles was great. Oh, dude, when they fucking they're talking about how, I think there was like a goalie pileup or whatever, and someone was like, man, Timmy and Tuke, those early years, you guys didn't take a lot of hits. And Lucic just goes, yeah, whatever happened to make him get so sensitive about that rule? And at one point, Lucic buried Ryan Miller, goalie for the Sabres.
Yeah, I saw that, the still shot where the dude was like
helmet. People thought he decapitated him. Right? People thought he fucking killed the guy. And then Thornton's like, what do you go? He goes, yeah, remember when I had to get my head kicked in a year later? Dude, it was the happiest I've been.
Even being able to laugh at that, like, basketball players versus hockey players is such a cliche thing. But like, if that ever happened, that would be a big deal. Where it would be like, yeah, I don't like that guy anymore because he got me like fucked up the season after. And this dude's just like, yeah, remember when you got my head caved in? Thanks for that, bro. It's just like we laugh about it and keep it moving.
Dude, they were. Chuka was chirping Seidenberg for like one of in the Montreal series, first round of that playoffs. Seidenberg he's a defenseman. He got into the offensive zone, and like when a defenseman gets space, it's a lot of defensemen don't know what to do. It's like I don't usually handle the puck.
Yeah,
Tripped over himself and fucking went headfirst into the boards. They thought he got paralyzed, and someone just goes, "Yeah, he just wanted attention." There was so much about it. It was like, and obviously there's like a lot that went into making it so great. But it was, A, they were drinking. B, they could say whatever they wanted. C, a lot of the players aren't in the league anymore. So they're watching this, and Lucic is like, "Oh, Kessler, look at him chirping. Fuck you, bud." And someone else goes, "Oh, you better watch out." And he goes, what was Lucic's line? Someone goes, "You better watch what you're saying on this stream." And Lucic goes, "He's not in the league anymore. Fuck him." Getting to say whatever they wanted. It was my face hurt. I was up until 3:00, 4:00 this morning. Just like I was so excited. It's like after a big game, you're just so fucking happy. And I was just laying in bed, just like stirring. I was like, that was so. My face hurt from smiling so much.
I like that shit. Honestly, I know people miss live sports. I like this shit more. I'd rather watch that game. Even Hubs had tweeted after the Jordan doc. He was like, we all just like waited 22 years for this and live tweeted this, and it was so big. Like, can you imagine when we actually get real sports back? Like, yeah, I think a documentary chronicling the inside story of the greatest team of all time, I think that's way more interesting than a May baseball game. So
it's why I think that like guys who chirp girls for reality TV don't see it. Like it's the same thing. It's the drama. I like like it's like, oh, what are the personal relationships like? That's like it's all great. It's all great. Don't get me wrong. But like when you get to see that, when you get just a glimpse into the chemistry and everything,
that's what you want to do. It's like, yeah, you want to play, you want to shoot, score, whatever. But, you know, everybody to a man says what when you retire? What do you miss? I miss the guys. I miss the locker room. I miss the dugout. I miss, you know, and that's what's on display there. That is, I wonder if more teams like could, or more sports could do that. Like, I feel like if you did that with basketball, if you got the Miami Heat back together, it would be like the LeBron show and a couple other guys chiming in. Nobody would be busting balls. It might still be cool to see what they're like behind the scenes, but it just wouldn't be the same dynamic. Football is, we could have about 200 people in a fucking Zoom. Yeah. Is kind of like, I can see baseball. I can see baseball being good too, though. I see like certain, at least you get together, like probably also Boston. You get together the idiots and the beards and those guys. That would probably be good. But that's
what I said. That was actually one of the teams I said that this in my blog. I was like, I'm biased here because this is my favorite championship team. This is the team when I think of Boston Championship, my greatest time with them. This is the only parade I ever went to. We've had how many parades? This is the only one I ever went to. But the 2013 Red Sox and the Idiots were exactly the other ones where I was like, oh, and the early Patriots. So I said the early Patriots like personified Boston, where it was like, after 15 years, it was just like, this is what we do. Where then it was like, oh, we're the blue collar guys, defense going up. The 2001 Super Bowl was very similar to the 2011 Stanley Cup, where it was like the blue collar Boston guys versus the already crowned skilled guys. And
great show on turf, right? I mean that's an idea. Quarantine is a good thing for internet content. It just is. It's like
hockey's done really well with it. I think hockey was. I think thank God they finally realized it, that they do have. Hockey's tough because what you have to do is you have to beat it out of people, or you have to let them drink it out of themselves. Because the culture you're talking about, which is where it is so much fun, is also, I feel like you get so tight knit with the guys that you never want to take credit or talk out or anything like that. So like talking hockey press conference, when they finally do get a mic, it's like, nah, the boys worked hard today, that kind of shit. And it's like they all have crazy personalities, but you have to get to get them to show that personality, you have to get them to go against everything. Most athletes, hockey players in particular, you've been taught, where it's the name on the front, not the name on the back kind of deal. Like, no. Be you for a minute. Go crazy.
That's also why maybe, 10 years later it works. Like, you're not jeopardizing the team. You're not going to ruin the chemistry. We can be real now. And you were a loser. You were the man. You fucked up, whatever,
It was, you were talking about how, like, with like basketball or the LeBron show, probably with like Gregory Campbell was probably the star of the stream last night. And Campbell's a fourth line guy. And it's like, he's fucking Tuca was actually a lot louder than I expected him to be. Because he was a backup on this team. I figured he'd be like, this wasn't my squad. And goalies are just weird. But he was loud as hell. Like, the superstars were the quiet ones. Bergeron was quiet. Chara was quiet. Sean Thornton was quiet, which surprised me. And he wasn't, but
I mean, really, what they did was a Barstool like throw it together version of The Last Dance. Like, The Last Dance, like this big fucking polished presentation, and they were just like, fuck it, boys, let's hop on a Zoom and just do it. Like, we'll just talk about it right now. We don't need a director, a producer, a package. Like, let's just drink and talk about it.
It was actually so Barstool, where they kept being like, what time of the game are you at? They couldn't line it up. They never talked. Like, there were very few tidbits about the game. It was just busting balls and stuff like that. It was like there was the Horton thing, a few locker room things like that, speech, but it was mostly just being with the guys.
Yeah, that's how all good content starts. Where it's like, all right, here's what we're gonna talk about. We do it all the time. Let's do like our politics talk, and next thing you know, we're talking about fucking bestiality or something. It's like, well, how the fuck did we get here? Nobody actually cares about the plan when it starts to flow. So a good quality quarantine content. I wish, my dream right now I just don't think we're the right company for it because of the culture here. But I think doing something like that for Barstool would be a smash hit. With the fans. I think like the bloggers would have a problem with it. But if it was like we all get into Zoom and we talk about like the manhunt, like something that everybody was doing, and you all give like your inside take on it, or you talk about like the sale or one of our big feuds, I think it would be huge. But
yeah, I think you're right.
It's just not right.
We could probably do it with like Friday Night Pints special episodes.
Yeah, that's true. Well, the thing about it is like you need like a Dave, you need like the big people involved, and whenever that happens.
No, I know, but like be like, Dave, you want to do it? You want to come on Friday Night Pints this Friday, and we'll talk to you.
But you know what? I feel like all those guys wanted to do it and were like into it, and I just don't know. Yeah, maybe we could try it. Maybe I'll be wrong. I just feel like
you're probably right. You're probably right. But it's just
I wanted to do like the rap things I've been watching where the producers go head to head. If we did like it's like a battle, but it's not really. It's basically like let's just celebrate all of our fucking awesome music, you know?
Yeah.
If we did like all of our best moments and all of PMT's moments, and we had it like produced where it was like roll the clip, and everybody just got to watch KFC Radio's top 20 and PMT's top 20, and we talk about ours and theirs, and they talk about theirs and ours. Like it would be awesome. And it's just like, well, I don't know if we're the right place for that, you know?
That would be fun. That would be
awesome, right?
That'd be fun.
What?
So I think we'd lose that one, but it'd be fun.
Yeah, of course, yes, we would not win.
Also the problem too, where like, and I bet the producers get like I wouldn't like I'd be like give these big ass, maybe we lose. But like I also if we got like people like you fucking suck, but why do we do that? Where like
I know
in what I've seen with the I haven't watched any of the music things, but what I've seen is like someone's getting mercilessly clowned, and it's like, well, why are you being a dick? Like I'm doing this, right? We're having fun. I know they're a bigger person than me.
Right. And I mean, you know, yes, but there's also a lot of people who are like celebrating both sides. But you're right. It's like the way our company runs and the way our fan base runs, it would be like we're just opening ourselves up to getting fucking roasted. When like instead it should just be like maybe this isn't a versus. Maybe this is just like we're gonna go tit for tat. You go, I go. You go, I go. And I think it would be like 40 like best moments basically in podcast history. You know what I mean? Like the best shit that people have seen for the last decade. But you're right.
That's what I think you texted me something similar to this, but I don't think you explained it as well. That's a very good idea.
I didn't have that idea yet. I was thinking like at first I thought maybe we should go like blog for blog, but also the problem is that it's like if I was just like this is my funniest blog, I sound like a fucking asshole, you know?
Yeah.
But if I this is our funniest conversation that you and I and Nick and Brendan had together. It's like we're just showing a moment. I'm not bragging about myself. And then that's kind of my new
that also makes sense because it's like one of them would be Cutler showing up in that sweater. It was that was so
with anything. Yeah.
It's not like the greatest thing that ever happened. It's like this is something that sticks out in my mind when I have this podcast. Cutler showed up in a fucking Bill Cosby sweater while we had a fucking Skype conversation. I think I was on the road for the Blackout tour. I think I was sitting in a hotel. It was either him or Couture where I was sitting in a hotel room for it. And it was just
that could be it. You telling this story. Where were you when? What was going on? Like, I think it would be fucking awesome. I just don't know if like
I bet we could do that. I like that idea a lot. I bet we could do that.
Let's do it. I mean, as long as you're okay with the idea of like, we know that the Barstool fans are going to be like, boy, PMT had bigger interviews and bigger moments. Whatever. Yeah, fine. We get it.
That was like you telling me that part of my take's big. Like, yeah, I know. Yeah. Like, I'll do it with someone we're bigger than. I don't care. I'm not like trying to make you feel like an asshole because like we had we had some fucking awesome times. I am great to talk about those. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
And I feel like, we have a couple of our own guests. We have a couple of our own moments that I think can stand up to it. I think it would be great. Let's talk to them maybe. Because I also think the way to do it, and maybe I'm putting a lot on like Nick and Hank's plate right now, but if it was like in 2011, like this happened, like roll the fucking tape and then everyone can watch the clip. And it's almost like if you weren't on board back then, you get to see it. If you were, you get to relive it. And it's not even necessarily about who wins or loses. It's about just getting to watch all those moments again.
Yeah.
We're going to set this up. We're going to make it happen. PMT, it'll be KFC Radio PMT versus the internet podcast style. and maybe we can like, I don't know, raise some money or fucking sell a t-shirt or something like that. But everyone is an asshole, so who knows? Let's get into Am I the Asshole right now. It's brought to you by Borough couches. Right now, there's a few companies who, if you got on board with them early, you are reaping the benefits, and Borough is one of them. If you got a Borough couch right now for your quarantine at home, you are sitting pretty, and I mean that literally. You're probably charging your phone. You're sitting on a comfortable couch. Maybe you're laying down and sleeping on on one of their sleep kit, which is where they transform a comfy sofa into a comfier bed. Maybe you got
I'm on this fucking thing. This less smoking couch. I'm missing my Borough. I you know what? I haven't slept on a couch since I've been home. That's it.
I've been sleeping in a bed. Can you believe it?
Dude, I've been telling my parents, I'm like, look, because they're moving when this is all done. I'm like, I'm going fucking furniture shopping with you because you guys stink at buying couches.
Isn't it crazy that leather couches were like the thing at one point? I hate leather couches.
Awful.
Sweaty. It's either hot or cold. It's either sticky or like, awful. So Borough, you can pick whatever material you want, pick whatever size you want, how big you want the armrest to be, how long you want the legs to be, all that shit. It's also got affordable rugs, coffee tables, love seats, armchairs, ottomans. Everything is stylish, practical, and affordable, designed to all go together. That's what I like best too, is like maybe you're right out of college, you got a new apartment. Be like, give me this, 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 and this. You got yourself a room. You're done. That's it. It all matches. It all looks good. You look like you know what you're doing. They also have shelves. Woo-hoo-hoo. These guys are just going to take over your whole room. They have new shelves that are modular, so you can start with one and add them as you need. You can put up fancy books that you're not going to read, and they're solid wood, so they're easy to hang. So go to Borough.com/KFC, BURROW.com/KFC for $75 off of a purchase of $490 or more, plus free 1 week shipping, which is like a $250 bonus. So go to Borough.com/KFC.
Speaking of books you're not going to read, I'm trying to read so hard, and I've started 3 different books. I'm on like a combined page 80. It's not going well over here.
How is ukulele and Spanish going?
I forgot both of those in New York, and I forgot. I walked out of my apartment, like keeping eye contact with my ukulele. Like, oh shit! I think I'm gonna forget this.
That's awesome.
It was like I was going through the lie in my head as I looked at the ukulele. I was like, yeah, I was like, oh boy, can't believe that's a shame. Can't believe I
all right, let's do a little Am I the Asshole? This one we sent to the KFC Radio group chat. You know that means it's a good one when it pops up like over the weekend and we send it and say let's do it. This was also tweeted to us a couple times. So, am I the asshole for clearing out my ex-boyfriend's childhood room in the home where he grew up? I moved in with my significant other of 2 years after my pay was reduced in February due to everything that's been happening, and it didn't make financial sense for me to live on my own apartment anymore. Right there, you fucked. Let me just tell you folks right now. If you're similar to like me, if you're like in a big city on the East Coast or whatever, moving in with someone for financial reasons is quite literally the worst thing you can do. It is the worst life decision you can make because you're just saying like, I'll basically get married because my rent's tough. Don't ever do that. What's that?
That's worse. That probably has a worse success rate than getting married for a kid.
Yep, exactly. It's the same thing. You have to do it for the right reasons. My ex doesn't visit the house at all. Wait, okay. Hang on. So my significant other asked me to move in with him, and I took up his offer. I forgot. Okay, I forgot how crazy this one is. My significant other is my ex-boyfriend's dad. And now I'm living in the home where my ex-boyfriend grew up.
Oh.
So we are going, Jerry. This is going to get juicy. So my ex doesn't visit the house at all. So just to clear things up, this is like, just so you understand, ex-boyfriend, new boyfriend is his father. She's living and probably sleeping in like her ex-boyfriend's room. My ex doesn't visit
with her father, with the boyfriend, the father.
What?
Why isn't she sleeping with the boyfriend/father?
No, she is. I'm just saying that she's in his fucking house. She's in his room. She's in his living room. She's living in his place where he grew up. My ex doesn't visit the house at all. I suggested to my significant other, again, his dad, that we should move everything out of my ex's childhood room and let me use it to store some stuff. So yeah, so now she's taking over his room and let me use it as my personal office / lounging room.
Bitch, you're unemployed. You talk about your office. What are you, the president? Get out of here.
So my significant other agreed. His father agreed. I boxed up everything in my ex-boyfriend's childhood room and moved it to the garage, including the furniture. I've redecorated and I've made it mine. Before I even moved things, I emailed my ex about this and told him he should come by and take a look at what he wants to keep and sell or donate, whatever. After not hearing from him for 3 weeks, today he texts me, calling me all sorts of names for clearing out quote unquote. She puts quote unquote his room. No, bitch, it's his room.
Hey, his room he grew up in with all his stuff in it. I guess it was his room. He left a bunch of his shit from when he was 7 in my office. Get out of here.
I'm really trying to be sensitive and nice here. Oh, are you? But he is really making things difficult with his rage-filled outbursts and texts. My significant other and I are giving him a year to clear out his childhood stuff from the garage. Like, now we're going to motherfuck you again. Neither my significant other nor I feel cleaning out his room is inappropriate, but my ex is just melting down in a tantrum-filled rage. Why does my ex feel like he owns his childhood room when he doesn't even visit? It's very sad and bizarre. Bro, this bitch, this might be the one. I think this is the biggest asshole. This is a belladonna-sized asshole. We are talking enormous, gaping asshole. I'm actually usually a little bit more on the other side of these things. Like, if you've moved out of somewhere, like I wouldn't really, if I moved out and my parents changed my room to their study, I don't live there anymore. Like, whatever.
If just the dad did this, we're kind of like, you're kind of a dick, like without telling him or anything like that. Like, but you're not in it. Like, I don't know, it's your house. When it's the ex's idea to make it into her goddamn fucking study where she fucking smokes cigars, drinks whiskey, and reads books, you are nuts. I'm going through a fairly similar thing with my parents where, again, I mentioned they're moving and they're like, you got to come clean out your room. And I'm like, just throw everything away. I don't give a shit.
Right.
And it's like,
they gave you the heads up too. I guess they tried here. But I mean, listen, the ultimate thing here, he's not really upset about his fucking knickknacks. He's upset that his ex-girlfriend is fucking his dad. Let the guy a fucking break. He's not really upset about the physical room or you having a lounge or a study or an office when you're unemployed. He's mad that his his dad is fucking his ex-girlfriend, that both of you would betray him that way. And then that of course he didn't answer your fucking email because he's probably trying to block you out of his life entirely because what you're doing to him is emotional fucking torture, you sick fucks.
I just genuinely cannot wrap my mind around how something like this happens. Like, obviously the father and son have to have a bad relationship.
Gotta be. I'm just thinking about my kids, and they're so young, so I can't even fathom what it's like when they have significant others and shit. But if I were to start dating Keegan's ex-girlfriend, seriously, come kill me. Someone murder me. Put me down. Send me in jail. That's disgusting.
Keegan can murder this. This man, the ex, is so well within his rights to drop a murder one on these two that it's not even
the whole place.
Tie them to the bed, go Eminem Rihanna on it. Tie them into the bed and set the house on fire. That's you're perfectly fine to do that.
Honestly, that is so unbelievably fucked, and I don't know what's worse. Doing all that, dating the father, terrible. Stealing the room is just salt on the wounds, insult to injuries, gasoline on the fire. And the worst of all, this fucking post to be like, this is weird, huh, guys? You have to know deep down. I really feel like anytime you're on Am I the Asshole, if it's not a very clear cut, we've seen the situations where people are like, dude, you are in an abusive relationship. You need to get out. And people are like, oh, wow, I saw the light. Otherwise, that's your guilty conscience coming out, right? Being like, am I being the asshole?
Your guilty conscience, or you're looking for praise, where you're just clearly not the asshole.
Right. This is like, yeah, you know that you're a dick because you blow your ex-boyfriend's dad on the regular. your ex-boyfriend's dad has probably been inside your butt. Jesus Christ. You made a father and son Eskimo brothers. They didn't even have any say in it. God, damn.
What is so the room is what I can't get by. What makes you think you need a study? Like, what? Do yoga in the living room.
Right.
Hard. Yoga doesn't take up a lot of room. I imagine she's doing yoga. That's like the only thing that could be a possible explanation here. She's doing yoga. Do it fucking in the backyard. Do it anywhere. You can't do yoga.
This can't be a 2-bedroom house. It can't just be that room and your guy's mask. Like, there's got to be other rooms in the house, a basement, a deck, anything that you can take. The fact that you need to take this, you've already taken this dude's like pride. You've already taken his heart. You've already taken his relationship with his dad. And now you need to physically take his stuff too. This might be the biggest bitch on the planet Earth. I swear to God. This chick is the fucking worst.
It was a screenshot, right? So we don't have replies?
Yeah, I read it off a screenshot. I would – well, you know what? While you read yours, I'm going to go through and try to find it because I would love to see – heaven fucking forbid. Let me find out that the Am I the Asshole community sided with this girl in any way. I might go fucking berserk.
Yeah, I mean, that would be disgusting. We might be done with Am I the Asshole if that's
the case, yeah. What do you –
Okay. Am I the asshole for asking my therapist if he farted / took a dump? I've been in therapy for a month.
I just found it. You want to do let's do the replies real quick here.
Okay.
We're just reading the top. Oh, let me read some of the I love when people do this. They do screenshots of the conversation on Reddit so we get more color from the original poster. So someone says, you're not the asshole. You have a claim. Oh, no, you are the asshole. YTA. You're the asshole. You have no claim to this house. You're the girlfriend, not a spouse. Also, it's your dad. And she said, I don't communicate with him much. And the email was probably just the most convenient way at the time. Plus, I get a read receipt from his email. You bitch. My significant other are just way up. Somebody asked, why did you do this? Like, why are you dating the dad? Her answer is the worst one possible. My significant other and I are just more compatible sexually.
Oh. You didn't know. You didn't have to find that out. You can't just find it out.
Yeah, right. That's like if she just said this is not acceptable. But if she said, my boyfriend was like a child, he was like a boy, and like this guy was a man, and he was responsible.
I had the young buck, wanted the old bull.
To just be like, well, I fucked him once and found out we were much more compatible sexually. I mean. Oh, so someone says, oh, so you cheated on your ex with his dad. And she says, incorrect. Like, no, dude. And last comment, he has ample space in his own home. He just never bothered to claim his own belongings. God damn it. Be respectful. Someone said, so you sound like you cheated on your ex with his dad, and then liked the dad better. And she said, incorrect. Repeating it does not make it so, and my relationship with my significant other is not under discussion. Be respectful. Bitch, you don't make the rules of Am I the Asshole. You give us all this information, we make the discussion. Fuck you. All right, let's do yours. Farting. Did the therapist fart or poop?
Oh shit! You said poop. I realized that. Fuck. Whatever. Yeah. Okay. I've been in therapy for about a month because I'm struggling with a few personal issues / major life decisions. We've been doing therapy via Zoom and telephone. My therapist is a nice guy, and I feel that he's been helping. We had a session yesterday, and he asked if we could use a telephone rather than Zoom because his connection wasn't good. I agreed.
Here we go.
About 1/3 of the way through the call, I heard a fart, a really loud, unmistakable fart, and I know it came from his end of the phone. Lol. I was kind of shocked, so I just kept talking, but then a couple of minutes later, I heard some unmistakable sounds. It literally sounded like someone taking a shit while we were on the phone. I heard the water plop.
Oh!
At this point, I'm disgusted and annoyed and said, sorry, but are you taking a shit while talking to me? He got all flustered and denied it. I said, I heard you fart, and now I hear pooping noises. I'm not an idiot. I told him it feels disrespectful because he wasn't focused on what I was saying, and I feel violated too. Like, what if this is a fetish or something? It's just unprofessional. He kept denying it and said it's fine, but I don't want to. And I said it's fine, but I don't want to listen to you taking a dump, so I hung up. He didn't call back. I got an email today, hence the post, saying we need to reconsider therapy at this point because of my behavior. Seriously, what? Was I out of line for that? This is worse than what Louis C.K. did. This is on the phone. Only strictly covering the phone situation. Kevin, if I called you, I'd rather hear you masturbate than hear you take a shit. That's just it. That's just speaking for me here. Speaking for me.
Let me try to play the other side of this. When you gotta go, you gotta go. And if this guy's got a tight schedule and you're pressed for time, you need to talk. Maybe this is it better than him canceling on you and you don't get your therapy at all?
Yeah. I mean, no, it's not.
You'd rather that.
You tell me something. If you just can't get off the toilet, like you could. There's so many other things to do here. Well, you could just be like, "Hey, we're gonna start 10 minutes late today." Right. It's you. You're not going into fucking open heart surgery. You gotta take a quick shit. Or if you have,
I mean, maybe this guy is like, maybe he's going through it.
Yeah, maybe you're lactose intolerant. You just had a milk chugging contest. Then hit mute on the phone when you're pushing. Right, that's not that hard. There are plenty of ways to go. Look, if you talk to me on the phone at some point on that call, I'm gonna use the bathroom. Okay, it might be a piss, but it's probably gonna be a piss. I don't think I'm gonna shit.
Have you shit on the phone before?
What's up?
Have you shit on the phone before?
If I have, it hasn't been in quite some time. But piss, I'll rip a piss almost every phone call. You just aim for porcelain, you flush after. It's easy. Yeah.
Right. Sometimes I'll do this. Sometimes I'll do this. I hang all the way out the door on the phone, and then I flush. So I'm like 2 extra feet away from the toilet, but I'm convinced that, and then I run from as it flushes. Or I'll try to. Yeah, totally. You're 100% right. As I push the button. Absolutely, man. Yeah. And then by the time you can hear the swirl, I'm gone.
That works 0% of the time, but I've definitely tried it as well.
Yep.
But I also,
I think I've been on the toilet and gotten a call. I think it's weird if you're like chatting in the living room and you're like, all right, let me go over to the bathroom and take a shit. But if I need to take a call and I'm on the bowl, I've definitely done that. But the difference is, for the duration of that couple minutes, I just sit there. I'm not like, so tell me about your father's house and his new girlfriend, kerplunk. I'm not doing that while the guy's talking through his childhood trauma.
That's
the problem.
I guess I'm gonna look here. You're obviously not the asshole, right? Well, I guess.
You know what? I bet you that there are going to be people who are on the doctor's side.
I wouldn't ask. I wouldn't ask. I wouldn't be like, are you taking a shit? I would either just power through it.
I don't think I would. Yeah, no, you're right. I would definitely wouldn't ask. I would probably laugh about this. I wouldn't be offended.
No, I would be offended because despite how this show has gone the last 2 months or so, you're on thin ice with this poop stuff, bud. Because you were so anti-poop, and then you became king poop for the last 6 months. I know, it's bad. But it's like anything. It's like we're doing the fucking Barstool confessions again, and you
have such disdain in your voice every time you say the phrase. You could be talking happy, and then you'll be like, Barstool confessions.
I forgot last week. I just forgot. It wasn't intentional. I wasn't trying to motherfuck everybody. I just forgot. I didn't post them. Sorry.
And when you read them, you're like, this one's fake. Next. This one, fuck you. Next.
I told Josh. I was like, look, I'm tired of talking about other people jerking off. And it's like, if they're talking about shit too, I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'll do it myself. And if you want to listen to this show, you can listen to this show. But I want to talk about you.
You reap what you sow. It's like if we get phone calls about spitting in mouths, I can't be like, what's going on, you guys? Why are you talking about this? It's just you reap what you sow, man. Anyway,
it's very much do as I say, not as I do. But don't talk to me about your shit you come. That's it.
I definitely would not bring it up. I would probably be like, I'd probably get my computer out and try to like record this. Like, are you guys hearing this shit? This is ridiculous.
Record it and send it to the fucking HIPAA. It's got to be a HIPAA violation.
Yeah, but I do like. I'm actually on board. You read the comments here, but I'm actually on board with the doctor. This is the preemptive breakup. This guy, he's blaming it. He's ridiculously blaming it on the patient because the patient is well within his rights to be like, yo, you can't poop while we're talking. But that patient-doctor relationship needs to be over. I would be like, well, we can't. You knew that I was pooping. We're done here. You don't respect me anymore. You're not going to treat me like a doctor. You've heard me kerplunk. I'm out of here.
It's the honestly, people have thrown this phrase around a little bit with coronavirus, where it's the great equalizer. Pooping is the great equalizer. If I hear you shit, I no longer respect you. I do not care about your opinions. I don't like. It's just like,
which is why
we're on an equal playing field now. I could never take your advice ever again.
And that's why you can't poop in front of your significant other, because it just changes the dynamic.
Great.
That's why we have the open door policy. It ruins the romance because I just don't take you seriously anymore.
The largely we're right again here. Or you know what? We're always right. The people are right. It's not the asshole. But they did get a nice buzzword in there. People said that the therapist is gaslighting this person. They're saying they were inappropriate. They're worried you might file a complaint. They're trying to make you think you're the one who's being irrational, so you don't file a complaint.
I like the term gaslighting when it's used correctly. That term is getting thrown around a lot incorrectly. I think
that makes sense. If he's trying to make
that's right. I'm okay with that. But I feel like right now girls are quick to go, you're gaslighting, when it's like, we're disagreeing. I have my side of things. You have yours. Like, yeah, I guess in the sense it's right. It's like, I am trying to convince you you're crazy, but that's because I think you're crazy and you think I'm crazy. But I'm not like, subversively being like, well, she's being totally normal, but I'm going to trick her into thinking she's crazy. I actually think you're crazy. So it's not gaslighting. I'm just turning it all the way down and being like, look, this is your fucking fault. All right, that's it for Am I the Asshole? We're going to get into our voicemails next. And then we got Bob Saget on the show, who's jumped into the podcast game. So buckle up for that, because this is a tough episode, John, for you to have just said don't talk about gross stuff, because your conversation with Bob Saget, I checked out. And for the first time like in my life, I pushed back and I was just like, I'm gonna let these two motherfuckers talk about I was gagging over here. Talking about
it was gross. It was gross, but like I mentioned, I listened to Bob's podcast, and he kept talking about the free association. So I was just free associating with the motherfucker. I was like, I knew it went too far, but in my head, I was like, I'm gonna go with Bob Saget as long as Bob Saget want me to go with him.
You actually pulled something I liked too. You gave Bob a taste of his own medicine at one point, and he was like, "Wait, for real? Are you telling the truth? You really do?" It's like, yeah, see, motherfucker? See? It's not easy to have a conversation when someone's just talking fucking fake made-up world all the time. So Bob Saget gets a taste of his own medicine today on KFC Radio.
I do want to clear it up while we're talking about something. I know a friend who had them lasered off. It was not me, but that's where my knowledge of genital warts get lasered off come from. I do know that.
Boy, what a teaser for the audience. They're like, wait, what were you guys talking about? Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Voicemails today are brought to you by our girl and our salon, Fleishman Salon. I mean, you can see it right here. I just had the Call Your Mom hat on. This is our new Mother's Day gear. Make sure you call your mom. Make sure you get the hats. But, I mean, this shit right here, my hair is as long as it's ever been. Look at this. It's going down completely past my eyes. I'm like Cousin It right now. The only way I can tame the beast when I need to is because of the new Fleishman Salon products. Otherwise, I just do the fucking man bun. I'm going to have the man bun going soon.
I think I got a text. I think Casey asked me the other day if I can put my hair in a man bun yet. I think I just don't know how ponytails work. Because even when my hair was at its longest, I couldn't.
Yeah, I don't blame you. The only reason I know how to do it is because of Shay. Yeah, I mean, you just got to like gather it all up and put it in the pony there. Then usually you want the sides. This is why they shave it on the sides, because when it pops out like that, you look like you're Amish, but like hipster. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, look at this fucking thing. It's just out of control. So
honestly, my hair looks fantastic right now.
Yeah, I don't know how are your sides so tight? That's the only problem I have with quarantine hair is my sides get bushy when I want them to stay flat.
I don't know. I just comb my hair when I get out of the shower, and it just kind of stays.
That's why I use the Fleishman paste though. So they have hair paste that's got some good like texture to it, and I push it down on the sides, and it keeps the quarantine puff down. Run it through the hair, and it gives it some grit. This is after I use the sea salt spray, which is just a delight. People don't realize the sea salt spray is when you stepped your hair game up. Everybody washes, conditions, has a little something they do. You blow dry, you put some product in. Congratulations. Until you've got the sea salt in there, that makes your hair smell like you're at the beach, and that gives your hair a little bit of texture. You're not even on my level. You're on the JV. Step your game up.
I have it all, but in my shower, we have the shampoo and the conditioner. So what we're about to get right here is a non-paid ad read because my brother said it to me yesterday. Benny, how's that shit smell? He was like, what's that stuff in the shower? Because it smells delightful.
It's so subtle. It's not like you're gonna walk around and smell like a chick with perfume in the department store, but there's just a little something that's gonna make people go, "What's that? What does that smell?" And it smells good.
When you get someone to go, your hair smells delightful. And now my brother wasn't smelling my hair; he was talking about the shampoo in the shower. But if you can get a girl, be like, "Oh, you smell delicious." That is the ultimate.
And honestly, I've learned at least maybe when you hit 30, whatever, hair is king, man. Because there's so many guys who don't have it that if you do have it and it's long and it smells good, the chicks are gonna be happy, and you're gonna be happy with yourself too. I've been using the conditioner on my beard because my beard gets itchy. I don't have like the flat hair, so that the hair conditioner they have is like it's got some like thickness to it. It feels like I'm moisturizing almost. So I'm using it on my whole goddamn head at this point.
Are you shaving your face at all?
I shave just right where it gets scraggly. I just shave right there and then down here.
I'm letting it all completely go because I'm so excited to do a quarantine transformation video at Fleishman. So I'm not touching anything until I get into Erica's chair again. And she's gonna have a canvas that is just hair everywhere, and she can do whatever the hell she wants.
I get these it flips up in the back down here.
Yeah, you little hockey ball.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like the last guy to ever have fucking hockey hair, but I feel like I have it a little bit because it just.
Yeah, I can see that back there. Hell yeah.
I mean, when do you think you're gonna get a haircut?
All I did. Most of my time in high school was spent wearing a dad cap like you were, and just going like this.
Oh, the back out. Yeah.
That's all I did.
I noticed the other day it was out like this, and I was like, I can see the back of my hair from the front.
Yeah,
I was like, so then I just started doing, I put that hat on, and I'm seeing it like smush out the back. I'm like, oh, wait a second. What the fuck's going on? Let's go. So, I'm liking it. But I'm going to need a cut. Like, when do you think you'll get a haircut? June?
July or August, probably.
But you think that means that's when we're going to be back, or you think you're going to wait until July or August?
No, I'll get one back pretty quickly. I just don't. August 6th has always been my day back in the office.
Right.
So, but
until then, as it grows crazy, if you do need to look good, I know we're not going out, but like for me, there's certain shows that I do, or when I pop on a stream, I know I'm going to be in front of the camera for a couple hours. I want to make sure my hair looks good. So there's still reason to have your hair looking sharp during quarantine. You can get the shampoo, the conditioner, the hair paste. They have hair cream, which is a little bit softer if you're not looking for like that real texture. They've got the sea salt spray, and they've got the hair gummies. So I've been doing the shampoo with the gummies, and I can literally, truly, I can feel my hair getting thicker. I actually feel like my hairline's getting a little better. And yeah, I mean, it's thick. How about this look? So yeah, I mean, if you want long hair and you want to control,
I can't think of his name. Fall Out Boy, not the lead singer, the guitarist. The one who I think he's got a kid with Pete Wentz. He's got a kid with, I think, Britney Spears' sister or someone, Jessica Simpson.
Ashley Simpson, yeah.
Ashley Simpson. Yeah, you look like Pete Wentz there.
How about that look?
Now you look like alfalfa.
No. What?
It isn't hair magnificent. You can do so much.
It really is. So happy to have it. And if you want to grow it, get the hair gummies, get all of it. Go to fleishmansalon.com. Use the promo code KFC at checkout. You can get a discount if you buy it a la carte, and then you get 20% off if you buy it a la carte, and then you get an extra 10% if you get a subscription where they'll just mail it to you on the regular. So that's what I recommend you do. Go to fleishmansalon.com.
Go and buy something just because Erica made me such a nice little pouch. She made she made you the Nike things. Mine is it's a pouch. It's Clear Eyes, Full Hearts, Can't Lose. It's like a coin purse. I put my AirPods in it.
She made me the Jordan 1s, the 11s, the Air Force 1s, and the Jordan 3s. They're like these little, I think they're supposed to be like Christmas ornaments, but I think I'm just going to pin them on the wall back there as part of this little home studio. So if you like that too, go to Bad Bitch Needlepoint. She actually makes some pretty cool stuff with like needlepoint knitting. She made Bob Fox a Baby Yoda. She made you the Friday Night Lights. I got the Jordan sneakers. So she does it all. It's Fleishman Salon. That's FLEISCHMAN salon.com and then go to shop and then use the promo code KFC. Voicemails, let's do it.
What's up, KFC, Feits, DC? All right, got a quick question for you. I was scrolling on Twitter the other day and came across this poll, and a girl was asking, do you know all of your homies' dick sizes? I know a lot with the hockey locker rooms, the sports locker rooms. You see each other's dicks, and you might catch a glance. But do you really know your top 3, top 5 best friends' sizes or inches? I don't think that I know my friend sizes, but it's not that weird. I guess if they do, I mean, just locker room shit. Let me know what you think, Diva.
I like this question.
I mean, you probably do, right?
No, not my like my friends anymore. No, because we don't, like Brady was complaining about. We don't have a reason to shower together. I don't know,
Right.
but like even in high school, I don't think I told you like friends' dick sizes. It's like any I don't know. I say like any sport, but with hockey, it was just like most people just have a normal dick. And then the guy's got the big dick, and the guy's got the little dick, and that's it. Everyone else just got a regular dick.
When you were hockey, when you're showering, you could like, I feel like you got to have a real small dick. Well, and maybe I'm projecting. I feel like you got to have a real small dick to stand out when you're soft. Like everybody's got a small dick when they're soft, right?
Largely in a shower, it's mostly, and again, hockey. Also, remember the dynamic of or the demographics of a hockey team. It's
uncut,
middle-sized white guys. There's not a ton of the guys are going to be like, "Whoa, what the hell is that thing you got there?"
Do you have a lot of uncut guys too? I feel like hockey's got a lot of covered wagon.
No.
Okay.
I think there was literally one kid, and we made fun of him incessantly.
Mercilessly. Yeah.
We made fun of him to the point where he went in, he looked into getting circumcision surgery, and Chrissy D was talking about this.
What?
Chris DeStefano.
Yeah. Chrissy D had a friend who got an adult circumcision for a girl, and she broke up with him 2 weeks later. To be fair, though, that's like, you know what? You're going to benefit in the future, period.
Yeah, that's like, I got my life together and got a job and bought a house for her.
Anyway.
I'm still doing pretty good.
Right. But the idea of like you went through hell and you couldn't get a boner and you were worried about stitches and all that shit. And then she was just like, imagine that. That's the ultimate. That girl probably told her friends, like, I think everything else is perfect. I really just don't like his penis. If he fixed that, I would probably marry him. And then he got his dick fixed, and she was like, actually, it's your personality. I don't like you at all.
Oh, no, it's the way you close a cabinet. Never mind.
That's tough. But yeah, so that guy, he's going to benefit anyway. I'm just thinking, like, if you're in a locker room and you're like, whoa, dude, your dick is small, that's got to be really tiny and soft. Because I am of the school of thought, at least, everybody's soft dick sucks.
Yeah, that's why I don't show it to anybody.
Right, but when you're in a locker room, it's You have a fucking boner every time you shower?
Yeah, there was a time in high school I could be like, I know what his dick looks like. But I mean, I haven't been in a group shower in fucking eternity, so no. My adult friends, like, I can't tell you what your dick looks like.
Right. It was always teammates, right? Not just because I think you're also
a small school where like I was by the end of the year between hockey, football, and baseball, like I was in a locker room with every guy in the school at some point.
Yeah. So you did know everybody. I feel like you can also be like in a frat, or if you're like a party animal, someone's always pulling their dick out or doing the dick jokes. Like it's hard. It's mostly going to be sports.
Then do you think one jokes still happen?
Yeah,
in non-locker rooms.
In like a college party setting. Yeah. Like I think people are still like naked lap and beer pong, or like like shot full. I'm gonna go full send and jump off the roof naked, like shit like that. Yeah.
Okay, I see what you mean. I was thinking a guy's like, here's the goat to like a chick. Like I don't know if that can happen anymore.
Oh yeah, well not in mixed company, but I bet you fucking guys are doing it to guys still.
Yeah. You gotta be careful. Look, 2020, you gotta be careful who you show your penis to.
Yeah, you really do. Yeah. Oh, dude, speaking of, so last night all the comics we love did a live stream for the Comedy Store to raise money because they're Comedy Store is like about to go under, and Bobby Lee was on there. Bobby Lee is a good example. Bobby Lee is always showing off his insanely small dick and making it a joke. And so he was on the stream, and I didn't watch the stream, but I saw screenshots. And Bobby Lee was mooning them. He has pants off, and he was like sitting down on the table, and you could see D'Elia's face was like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then the next reply, someone else tweeted another screenshot, and fucking Joey Coco Diaz was just standing there, hanging brain over the edge of his fucking waistband, just nutsack hanging, and he has a fucking sack on him. Which doesn't surprise me. Like this old, like Hispanic, like Cuban, whatever he is, like old man. I knew he had some grapefruits on him, but this sack, it just looks disgusting. So maybe you can just show your dick. And I think I don't know who was in the box at that time, but Whitney Cummings was on the stream, and like Bobby Lee's girl was on there. So maybe you can in mixed company. I don't know.
I was gonna say a comedy world, you never know, but I think I do know.
Yeah. The only person I do remember when Diaz was hanging his nuts was Segura was in there, and he just had this laugh on his face, just like, this is awesome. Crazy. Anyway, what was the fucking question? Where are we?
No, we actually kind of stayed on topic. The question was, can you tell your friend's penis sizes?
Oh, right. Yeah, I mean, the answer for me at this age, no. I know one guy who's like my best friend's. I know my best friend's dick. He's got a hammer on him. We call him Nessie because of the Loch Ness monster. And I could actually pick his dick out of underwear. Like if you showed me his bulge in a pair of boxer shorts, I could pick it out. I don't know about his raw dick, but in the underwear, I could pick it out. I think one day we're gonna have to just show each other our dicks.
Okay.
It just feels right. It just feels like we can't actually fully consummate this friendship until it's just like, you know what, dude, here it is.
I'm gonna grow a bush first.
Next voicemail.
Hey Kevin, hey John, hey Brendan. It is 10:26 on April 10th to Friday. Middle of quarantine. I'm calling because I was just refilling my cocktail and I was looking at my refrigerator and I saw the invitation to a birthday party for a shitty little 5-year-old in my daughter's kindergarten class tomorrow. And I remember just ruining the day that I got this invitation. It's like, fuck, dude, I don't want to go to this kid's birthday party. I don't like the fucking dad. I don't like the kid. I don't like anything about their family. And I saw this and I thought, oh, what a pleasant thing to come from this quarantine. Sorry, man, quarantine. Can't come to your shitty kid's birthday party. So I guess I just wanted to know what are, in this hard time, what are some of the silver linings of your quarantine that you either haven't had to do or things that have been more positive for you? later.
Love it. Great. I mean, I feel like me and you are gonna have a laundry list of things. I mean, I love
Wait,
not
I'm
having.
sorry. What was the question? I gotta shout out what we were talking about earlier. Roberto Luongo, who's fucking I hated at the time back in 2011.
Yeah.
Is he's hilarious now. I love him. But he just quote tweeted the picture of the stream. Said this the tweet says, "This is pretty cool. 19 members of the 2011 Bruins are watching Game 7 of the Stanley Cup final together. The game's about to start on Nesson." And Luongo just quote tweeting goes, "This is precisely what my nightmares have looked like."
Yeah, losing in the cup sucks. Losing to those guys must fucking suck.
Sorry. Can you just read the question to me?
It's just, what are your silver linings in quarantine? This guy got out of going to a shitty 5-year-old birthday party. He was like, I hate the dad, I hate the kid, I hate the party, and now I don't have to go. And I thought to myself, hey, what a nice surprise. So, I mean, I feel like I got a ton of silver linings. I don't have to ride the fucking subway. I'm not in Manhattan I'm not walking to work with fucking junkies shooting heroin on 7th Avenue. I'm not, you're not walking by the homeless guy who shows you up. You haven't thought about that guy in months. In 2 months.
Just remembered him.
Right?
Boy, he'd be jealous as fuck to see me sleeping in a bed nightly.
Dude, what are the homeless doing? Yeah, I guess it's just business as usual for them, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're probably pretty thrilled. Like, the streets is empty.
Well, you know what's crazy? No, if you
don't get any money. Yeah.
You know what's nuts is people are still riding the subway in New York. Crazy.
That is.
And because there's less people, like the ultimate irony here, I get it, but also it's kind of like contradictory. They cut down the number of trains necessary, so now you have to cram. If they just had the full number of trains, you could spread out. But now it's like the regular ass subway. Like you're holding the pole.
I did not know that. That's crazy.
The buses are still running. There are people just like, I got to go to work. I'm an essential employee and I don't have a car and I got to get across town and here we fucking go. So I'm not doing that. I don't have to see Dave. I don't have to go to the office. I'm getting extra sleep because like I don't have the extra hour of commuting in the morning.
The sleep is nice. My back starting to hurt, so I'm just gonna lay on the floor. The sleep is nice. The oh god, I'm like, it's actually kind of perfect. I got Larry Bird behind me. This is what Larry Bird did at the end of his career. He used to lay on the bench.
I need a new chair. I said I was gonna get a new chair, and I haven't. My ass is fucking killing me from sitting on this thing, man.
I actually that is one of the benefits. Huh?
I'm going to the beanbag chair.
That is one of the benefits for me. The silver lining is because I can't sit in our office chairs. I mean, you sit next to me, you know what it's like, where I just have my legs up all day. My back must be so fucking weird because I've sat like that since I've been at Barstool. I sat like that in Milton too.
You remember when I fucking got in trouble for that with Dave?
When what?
I got in trouble with Dave for sitting with my feet up doing the radio.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I know this is like your logo and how you sit, but I was like, yeah, it's how I sit. Don't give me a butt, you jerk. So I don't have to deal with shit like that. Dave doesn't fucking care about if I'm laying on the fucking couch to do my podcast, you asshole. So I think there's a ton of silver linings. I think that you're doing this wrong if you can't come up with, like, I know I'm a broken record, but if you can't find one good thing about not having to go to work anymore, I don't know what to tell you, you know? And I know there are certain people who are like drowning at home with wife and kids and it's harder to get your work done from home, but there's got to be some good shit about not having to go to your office. Come on.
Yeah, definitely. One nice.
Let's do one more voicemail because we are running super long here, and then we'll get into our interview with Bob Saget. Last voicemail is brought to you by Kendra Scott. Mother's Day is right around the corner. You can see the Call Your Mom hats I'm rocking right now. Mother's Day is May 12th. So you got a little bit of time, but not much left. So go find a gift for the woman in your life, whether it's your wife, your mother, your baby mama, your aunt, your grandma, your sister might be a mom. Whoever in your life has popped a kid out and deserves some love for going through the pregnancy, going through the delivery, and going through the motherhood. They deserve something special. And that's what Kendra Scott does. They provide high quality, high style, special gifts at an affordable price. You could get a personal charm necklace. You could get a pair of trendy earrings. You could get a classic pendant, or you can get something customized just for her. I actually gave Shay a Kendra Scott bracelet, and she thinks it's like a little play toy. She doesn't realize that she's rocking like a nice piece of high-end jewelry. But the price points don't break the bank. You can get stuff for under $50. You can get stuff for under $75. You can get stuff for under $100. Depending on how much you've got to spend, you can get affordable, high-quality jewelry for your mama. They've got beautiful stones. You can get rose quartz. You can get mother of pearl, opal, 14-karat gold. We're talking actual high-end precious gems. And shout out to Bert, Precious Gems. And the Kendra Scott store and staff will help you pick out the right gift. So if you're shopping online, you'll get free returns and free shipping, plus free gift wrapping. That's huge. Huge. You get it wrapped up for you and just comes in the mail, and you just hand it to your mom. That's so clutch. So go to KendraScott.com and use the code KFC to get 20% off your purchase of any full-price fashion jewelry. On Mother's Day, celebrate her with Kendra Scott. KendraScott.com, promo code KFC for 20% off, valid until the 31st. That's voicemail. What do we got?
What's up, KFC Fight Super Producer PC? So I have an Am I the Asshole, I guess, for you. I don't even know how to phrase this. So I have this special talent that is giving head, and I'm just really good at it. I just know that I am. I'm proud of it. I'm not a whore. I'm just really good at giving head. If it could be a resume booster without it being like a resume booster with quotation marks, I just would. Anyway, so this guy's been begging me to come over and have sex with him, and I'm like, fuck that. So I finally gave in and was like, I'm going to make this a challenge for me and my friends. How fast can I be in and out of this guy's house? Or in and out by making him come, just giving him head. Like, basically, I just wanted to test my ability. So I go, I park, I set my phone, my Apple Watch to a timer. I start, before I even walk in the door, I give my friends an over-under of 10 minutes. Everyone hammers the over because I'm hitting the elevator. Obviously, I hammer the over. Like, 10 minutes, come on. So I go in, and during fellatio, I guess, he's like, why does your watch have a timer on it? And I was like, oh, it's for my parking meter. And he's like, okay. So that, like, adds time. Anyway, we finish 8 minutes, 36 seconds, like a goddamn champion. And then I'm leaving, and he's like, there's no parking meters outside my house. I just left. I've been ignoring this, and I ghosted him. But I got the under, and I won the bet with my friends. Am I the asshole for timing, guys? For the hell I give them. Again, this does not happen all the time. It just so happens it was a one-time thing. Decided to place a bet on it. Am I the asshole, or should this guy just hashtag get fucking Roman sliced? Am I right? All right, boys. Miss you. Can't wait for you guys to be back on tour again. Come back to Philly. Miss you. Love you. Bye.
There's a lot to unpack here. This is a Hall of Fame voicemail. This is an all-timer. I love this story. Much like the girl who once called up many years ago and said, I'm not a slut, I just had a slutty 8-year phase. I'm not going to kink shame. I'm not going to call you a slut. I'm just going to say, if you're talking with your friends and setting time and setting a timer for how fast you can suck a guy's dick, I'm not going to think of you as exactly like a wholesome angel, okay? I'm not saying you're a whore or anything. I'm just saying maybe enough with that disclaimer while you tell the story. Number 2, I mean, if you're using Roman swipes to last longer while getting head, that doesn't make much sense.
No,
right?
no, that's
like,
great.
Like I would never be embarrassed about coming fast from getting head.
I wouldn't. By the way, little lady, you wouldn't get me under 10 minutes. No way.
What? You say that, but like, I mean, if Heather Brooke is sucking your dick, you don't think you're gonna come fast?
Well, that was my big concern with Christy Mack, where that the scare that most scared I've ever been in my life was I thought Christy Mack might actually suck my dick. That was a terrifying evening where I was like, son of a bitch, what if she does it?
So fucking funny.
But the thing that stuck out to me in this voicemail is like she thinks he's the one who needs to like, I don't know, not be offended or whatever. You got played here, sister.
I know.
He knew the whole time. He knew what that watch was for. That's why he told you on the way out the door, yo, by the way, there aren't meters out there. I know what you were doing.
Yeah. And also, I mean, now I know what you're saying. Yes, like this guy wins. But I think I might be a little bit hurt if you come over and leave in 9 minutes. I mean, don't get me wrong. I got exactly what I wanted, but I feel like I just got used. Like, I'm getting my dick sucked.
It's one of those things where it's like you're laying here on the floor with my fucking feet up. We're going like full girl talk phone call commercial right here.
I love it. You gotta like kick your feet up too. You gotta be like this, like, "Hey, John."
Anyway, if a girl came into my apartment, sucked my dick, and left right away.
I mean, part of me, why would she do that? Why would you go out of your way in quarantine to go over to a guy's house, suck his dick? That means you have to like him enough that you would also probably want to hang out with him, unless this girl's just like, hey, ladies, I got a fun quarantine game. How quickly can I fucking blow this guy? And then I guess more power to you. But it also just doesn't seem it seems counterintuitive to me.
I honestly think that's what it is. I think she just wanted
having a game.
She's like fucking, she's a competitor. She's Jordan. Yeah. She wants to play one-on-one with anybody. She wants to suck anything in 10 minutes.
I mean, I kind of want to get head from this girl.
Yeah. You know what we're going to start doing? We're going to start doing the callbacks, and we're going to call the show.
We're going to call this girl. KFC Radio callbacks has been something. We have all your phone numbers. We're going to call you in the middle of the show, and you're going to have to explain yourself and or give me your address. And that's what we're going to do with this girl.
First one coming Tuesday. Callbacks. Bitch, you gotta get ready. I might call you 2:00 in the morning on a Saturday drunk.
This girl, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call her. She's going to be like, Aren't you supposed to be like recording this for the show? Yeah. No, I got a camera running somewhere. I promise. It's for the show. It's for the content.
Then she's gonna hear a kerplunk.
I mean, good for you, girl. You sound like you could give Heather Brooke a run for your money. I don't think anybody's the asshole. But let's just be clear, as always, the double standard. If a guy did this to a girl, he would be considered like a pig, and it would be rude. But a guy, you can come over and suck my dick and leave whenever you want.
I'll feel used.
Definitely. And I will shoot you straight. If I like you, if I actually have feelings for you, that would probably hurt me. I wouldn't be crying of John over it. I'd be like, this is, I wish she stayed a little longer, but hey, I did get my dick sucked. But guys can get hurt too, even if you.
I like how the feet came up. The feet came up. Like, guys can get hurt too.
I swear. All right, let's. Where's my beer? All right, it's time for Bob Saget, who I think is officially our best podcast friend.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, we talked to him like 3-4 times now. Every time we do, it just gets more and more familiar and friendly. Bob Saget loves us. I mean, he always has glowing things to say about us, and we obviously love him. He's a fucking icon. So he's got a new podcast. It's called Bob Saget's Here For You. And if you've ever listened to our interviews with him, you know how it just goes off the rails and we go every which way. And that's what his podcast is like. He actually he does the callbacks. He calls people and just talks to them for his podcast. We talked to him about his quarantine. John gave Saget a taste of his own medicine. And it really just felt like a couple guys hanging out. I think I need to see Bob Saget's dick. I'm going to see yours, and I want to see what Bob's looks like, because you guys are my two best podcast friends. And what you do with your friends is you drink Miller Lite with them. You open up a cold one, and you share some stories. You ask some questions. You tell some tales. You paint the picture. You spin some yarns. And this Miller Lite is what all good stories start with, because you get a couple in you, you get loose, you start telling some details, you start, painting the picture a little bit better. And all of a sudden, stories become memorable, voicemails become memorable, podcasts become memorable. You don't have to be in the bars. You don't have to be out at a party. You can do it over Zoom. You can do it with your friends and family who you're quarantined with. For fuck's sake, you can do it with yourself. As long as every time you're doing it, you're enjoying responsibly. Celebrate responsibly with Miller Lite. It's brewed in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories, only 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. And whoever you're enjoying it with, Miller Lite will enhance the experience. Open up a cold Miller Lite and listen to Bob Saget with us here on KFC Radio. Yo. What's up, Mr. Saget?
I'm sorry I'm late, handsome gentleman. Two things happened. I was talking to chicks in the office. They said they send their best and fuck off. And then I you got to use Chrome. So you got to go from Safari, and Safari kept opening. So,
well, let me just you're welcome for bringing you into the 21st century and getting on Chrome, Bob.
But Chrome, though, there's a song, right? With Chrome in it.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. You're hip. You know what's up. Are you on TikTok, Bob?
Am I? I have 1 million followers.
Do you? I'm not surprised.
Well, I am, because some people have 16 million. So now I must compete with them.
Are you making TikToks? What are you doing on TikTok?
Damn right I am.
Other than looking at the pretty girls on there, because that's
no, I don't. They're not all pretty. I mean, some of them, they zoom in close and the makeup just breaks off. But
TikTok, as far as glow ups go, TikTok was the girl and she's all that. Where it's TikTok when it first came out, was disgusting.
I know. Gross.
I didn't see it when it first came out. I found out from friends that were on it, and they just said, no, you should go on there. Howie Mandel and different people. And I just went, okay. And then I got Stamos on it. And of course, he gets 1.5 million hits on his first video of just looking at his hair.
Yeah, that was bad. That was a bad move by you. That's bringing around a guy who's just much hotter and cooler than you. What can you do? It's Stamos. It's Stamos.
Well, hotter and cooler. I mean, one of those things. He is pretty. Yeah, I would say you're right. But I just did one with my wife the other day because she did the ALS haircut challenge, and it was supposed to shave your head, but she wouldn't do that. And so I cut off 4 inches of it.
Oof.
And she was upset. I did it on an angle, like I don't care. And then she said, the joke is, she said I cut 6 inches off, and I'm like, and I just said this a minute ago to the ladies, but I'm glad my wife thinks 4 inches, 6 inches. Yeah, so that's great. If I had a chode, I'd be a made man.
You mentioned Howie. How's Howie doing with all this?
Howie's good. Howie,
terrible for him, no?
No. His life, my life doesn't change that much. We I like being with people. We go out on the road. We're with people, but we're still at a distance. You're in a theater. You're not, touching them. Mm-hmm. But Howie's a prophet. I mean, the guy said, don't touch people, Yeah. And it turns out he's the voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
The king of social distancing, yeah.
And I was Danny Tanner. So, between the two of us, we're prophets. We're disciples.
Are you a big germaphobe? I didn't know you were. When you came in, we shook hands and stuff, right?
Yeah. I think we rubbed penises. I'm not sure.
So you're a germaphobe, but not like Howie.
Well, I think we're all going to be more than we ever were. Yeah. I mean, when we end up on planes again, it's okay, it's not Corona, but I don't want to get a cold. I don't want the flu. I don't want some disgusting person's particles of their poo that's on the doorknob to touch me, because people don't wash their hands.
Yeah, I used to be. I used to be if you wash your hands, you're a pussy guy.
Yeah, now I'm all about it.
I Purell every time I go downstairs. I wash my hands a lot. I don't foresee that. I'm even picturing seeing friends again in bars and people being excited and trying to hug me.
No. We can wave.
Are you in bars? Are you going to bars now?
No. I'm just saying in the future when we get back.
Yeah.
Well, I'm I don't like it all. And for years, drunk people have been spitting in my face. And then if you look at a movie years ago called Outbreak, that was there's a scene in it, and it shows the point of view of phlegm. And everybody's in a movie theater laughing. And I thought it was a joke when I watched it, but it actually is it's a lesson. A guy coughs, ball of phlegm comes out. The camera follows the ball of phlegm. It does a U-turn and then goes into another guy's mouth. And you go Well, that's it. That's how you get shit.
How I feel like you're very plugged in with all of Hollywood, right? I feel you know a million people.
Whoa. Sorry, this is my mic. I didn't know what was going on. That's not my mic, actually. That's
you got a little Bob Barker mic there. What are we working with?
No. It's a thing that allows you to,
Look at you. You're high tech.
Something really important.
Just
oh my God, the green button. But I've been doing like a lot of interviews. I did The View, I did CNN. So it's like I had to, hey, everybody on television that's doing late night shows, don't be on Wi-Fi because you can't. You got to plug into an Ethernet cable. It's like, get the adapter.
Look at you. Tech savvy Bob Saget. I did not see that coming.
I direct movies, and if you do that, you kind of know, you got to know how a plug works. So
that's true. How are the Hollywood elite handling all this?
Some people they still have groups of people around them, but I think they get the test somehow. I think I'm going to be able to get the test that allows me to, by the way, I can touch my face because my hands are clean, but my face is fully infected. It's covered. I have syphilis and genital warts, but I don't have corona. So I'm
basically the same boat as you. I've been dealing with that for years, just not wanting to go to a doctor, and now it's even less a reason to go to a doctor.
You have genital warts?
Yeah. They laser them off,
So you really have them.
Yeah.
You got them from being with someone, and you got them, or do you just breed them?
No, I started them. I didn't get them.
Oh, okay. So you started them? Did you?
Yeah, first ever. Yeah, I brewed this batch myself.
How do you do it? How do you get a genital wart?
When you kind of don't shower for a few days. You probably experienced this in quarantine. You don't shower for a few days, and you get like kind of that scent. That's like the brownies baking in the oven, and then
those aren't brownies. That's like pig knuckles sitting out in the yard. No, I don't do that.
Me neither.
Once the funk happens and the Fromunda cheese starts forming,
Fromunda,
right? You get the hell out of there. You don't want no schmeggy-licious stuff happening.
Oh my!
So that's how you grow mushrooms on yourself.
Yeah, that Fromunda you're talking about. That's like walking into the kitchen, mom's breaking brownies. Like, I know this smell. This is a good stuff.
No, it's not like mom. If that's your sense of smell, then you got to see a doctor.
No, Bob? Are you telling me you don't like it? Come on.
No, I don't like it.
You do like your own scent. Come on. I don't want to smell your Fromunda, but everybody likes their own Fromunda.
I don't think so. That's farts. Your own farts smell like Doritos.
You've never scratched and sniffed? That's a fucking lie.
I have, and then I go, I got to shower. And if you haven't clipped your nails, you got sample of Parmesan. You don't need that.
When I get that smell, it's like a Thanksgiving turkey where you're like, oh, we got a few more hours of letting this go before we need a shower. You bend down, you tie your sneakers a few times just to get down there.
I will tell you guys something that I've never admitted to anyone. Sometimes it's only worth it because it feels so good to scratch it. Because it's definitely eating away at your flesh, and you can die. That's why people in the Middle Ages or presently right now that can't shower because they can't afford, because their plumbing got shut off. The world's insane because we got a lot of problems. They're scratching and it feels good, but then you got to get in the shower.
Yeah, once you get in the shower after the scratching and you kind of work up the courage to take a look and you're like, oh, I'm bleeding.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. It looks like Tiger King let one out and he just scratched your balls off.
Oh my God, you guys are fucking vile. You're both fucking vile.
Well, we wanted to open with something that would draw people in.
Yeah, I can't wait for this headline. Bob Saget talking about his Parmesan cheese nut scratching till he bleeds. Great.
Well, no, I didn't say it bleeds. Scratch marks. I mean, it would be taken. They'd find it. The coroner would find it. I wonder if you can die from that, from scratching down there.
Just bleeding out.
He scratched his balls to death.
Imagine that. Oh my God, Bob Saget killed himself. No, he was just scratching his balls.
I can see that. You scratch it, you caught the femoral, right? What's that?
What you don't want to do right after that is not take a shower and Purell there. That's what you don't want to do. That is a ring of fire. You don't want to do that. Okay, so let me change the subject because I'm going to throw up. So how are you guys doing? Where are you?
I'm in New York. He's in Boston, and we're thriving, Bob. Thriving.
Now, why you're in your both apartments or you're in family?
I'm at my parents' house.
He's at home. I'm at my apartment. Yeah.
In fact, Bob, I'm in bed right now.
I can see. I have eyes, and I
was sitting in a chair over in the corner, but the light was weird, so they wanted me to move. And my family's all here. I figured they didn't want to hear this conversation, so I stayed in my room.
Oh no,
and,
your family heard this conversation?
No. They're downstairs, but had like one else there, they would have.
Yeah, I mean, you're not the first person to have a weird encounter in bed with Bob Saget, but we didn't expect to have it here today.
My wife's upstairs, which is good. She can't leave. That's my big joke. That's like, I was ready to do a new special, had to get off the road, and I just kept coming up with jokes. So I'm glad I didn't shoot it because there's 10 minutes of pandemic humor. So, he's his Wi-Fi jammed. Look what happened.
Yeah, he's frozen. What a fucking idiot.
No, I'm back.
No, you're back. You're back.
Okay.
Are you? So you were gonna shoot and then release, or I mean, that's a
what?
big. You were gonna shoot this special.
You
were gonna film a comedy special and put it out for consumption.
No,
I mean that's a fucking big curveball. No?
I was going to figure out where it's going to go first and have them come look at it as they do and see what fits right. My last one was an Amazon original, and then the one before that was on Showtime, and the one before that was, I don't know, but there was an HBO one before that. I don't know, but this one is really what?
You just lose track of all these major companies hosting.
Well, I lose track of specials because I'm like a 4-year between specials guys, where some people are every year, like Bill Burr, Dave Chappelle. They're so prolific, they just churn, and they're amazing. I mean, and they're friends, which is even cooler. I love name dropping, that.
Yeah.
So I
did you watch Louis' new special?
Say so. What
did you see Louis' new one? You were just mentioning the new specials.
No.
Louis is very funny, Bob.
Does he talk about the whole deal?
Does
he addresses it at the end? Yeah.
Oh, that's what pulls you in.
It's interesting. Exactly. It's very funny. No matter what you think of him, it's very funny. And the way he addresses it is like he does it in a humorous way. He does it in somewhat of a apologetic way, but somewhat of a like, hey, I didn't really do anything wrong. It's I can see some people liking it, some people hating it, but I mean that's what Louis is right now anyway. But it was interesting to see. I mean, a full crowd of people chanting his name, laughing it up. I wonder if it's just like he's back. I don't know. Well,
you're back if you have it. Is it Netflix?
No, he does his own. He has LouisCK.com. He releases it through his own website. He's always
before that. I mean, the last one was Netflix. So I mean, it's and his first one he released it through his own.
Right.
And he started the whole search engine of releasing your own special thing. It was
right.
Wow. And I've taken this time, as you know, because I'm on the promo. I'm a whore tour, but this is organic. Before the end of the year, I was so upset with how the world's going and how everybody's yelling at each other. It happened really 3 years ago. Even when I saw you guys, I was out touring. I think it was a vegetable in your studio. I was like, yeah, I was like a Titanic drowned victim, but all bloated, full up with minnow juice, covered in mushrooms on my scabies. But
oh God, this is a podcast.
Aren't scabies like people that work on a ship?
No, it's scurvy.
Oh, that's a pirate ship.
They can get scabies too, but
scurvy's a disease, and boy, we have no knowledge of disease right now.
None.
No, actually, we don't.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a disease around the world that's killing people, and we don't know very much. And it's and I think this is disease 2.0. I think 3.0 will be probably what you got on your sack, and then the other will be Cloverfield, or germ warfare or something crazy, or
that's what it is in Outbreak, right? Where you're talking about germ warfare, isn't that what Outbreak is? That's why they want to blow up the whole town because they don't want to ruin their bio weapon.
Exactly. Whereas in Contagion, it's more like this, I think.
Yeah, right. Contagions, it's crazy.
I'm not watching it.
Both those movies have gotten so big. I'd never seen either one until this, and I watched them both.
He watched it like day 2 of quarantine. I mean, that's
the thing with them is though the big difference in those movies and the reality is how quick that kills you. Right, like this isn't as deadly. Those are if you get it, you're dead.
For some people it is. I but so are the flesh-eating viruses that you'll hear. Someone goes into a hospital, they get I had a friend got a flesh-eating virus, and I was friends with his dad actually, and 3 weeks he was gone. I mean, and that was and everybody's always saying, well, the flu kills more people. It's like, well, look, this we don't know what to do. The flu's going to kill people. Diseases are going to kill people. Yeah, and people get hit by a car. Why should we care about this? It's like
those are the greatest arguments.
Insanely stupid. I can't believe people are still using that. It's nuts.
I have a daughter in Brooklyn, and there's people outside partying, and they're all. And this is the time not just we're not over the curve yet. We haven't gone over that.
We're like we're right there, and it's like we keep it up. It'll probably be okay. And this is going to be the time we reverse, and it's just so idiotic.
Some states are, and the Jacksonville beach is open, and I actually been talking about this a lot. I even tweeted about it, which is it's like they're opening the beach, and it's like and maybe there aren't cases there. Maybe nobody's going to die. Maybe no one's going to spread it. That's a miracle. It's impossible, but great. That would be amazing. But it's kind of like the mayor, played by a guy named Murray Hamilton in Jaws, who told Roy Scheider, you open that beach. This is our top tourism time. Mm-hmm. And then like 9 people get eaten by a shark.
Amity, as you know, means friendship.
Right.
But we are joint. There is something about this time where we might have been at war with Iraq right now. I don't know what would have happened. And this kind of made us all have a common enemy. And I kind of like the quarantine of it. I don't like cleaning everything all the time. But
what do you do for fun? What's Bob's like? Do you smoke, Bob? Is yesterday a holiday for you?
No, I don't smoke pot, but my podcast did premiere on 420, and I did that purposely because everybody thinks I'm high anyway. I mean, they really do.
Drink?
I do, but I'm stopping right now because I quarreled with my wife, and it's like that was Bob being bad. And when you're talking third person, you're either a rapper or you're a self-loathing Jewish person. So, I feel bad that I did that. And alcohol will do that. And why do that? And they always say don't drink at home anyway. But this became like, wow.
Who's they?
Those 4 people I keep in my basement. I have a minion of slaves that tell me, not slaves. But
what if one day we learn
gimp suits? I don't want you to think I believe in slavery. I'm saying they're sexual slaves, and I pay them, and they want it. So my wife doesn't know about it. She can't hear me right now. I'm in my study.
Have you ever seen the movie Big Fish?
Of course, I love that damn movie.
In the end, like with the funeral, when he realizes that all of his father's stories are all real.
Yeah.
What if that happens with Bob Saget one day? What if you die and then we're like he did have 4 sex slaves in his basement and he did do this and he did do that.
He did scratch his nuts till they bled. No, that's what's different about me. That's why I haven't gone to jail. That's why I don't need to do a special that begs for redemption without begging for it. I haven't. I talk about it.
Right.
I've done a couple of things I'm not proud of. I got divorced 25 years ago, and I'm married now for 2 years. Been with her for 4 years, and that's it. I'm so happy. But I've done things, for 20 years I was doing stuff. I was single from my midlife crisis is 90 years long.
What's your most embarrassing moment that you would be willing to talk about? Do you have a party moment?
I'm always doing something. I was, oh my God. I did something yesterday. I'm always bad cop, good cop, but you're fucked, bad cop. You know, a guy I've known for years. He called me and he said, "Hey, you want to be part of this TV show? We're doing it on Zoom, and can you do it?" I went, "Well, yeah, but what is it? Tell me about it." And then he's driving through tunnels, and then I like texted him and I left him a message and I went, "Look, I love you. I've known you for 30 years, but you didn't tell me about the show. You're driving. We're all in quarantine. Why couldn't you just call me from home? It's kind of disrespectful. I would do anything for you. I just don't know what it's about. Why are you driving on a conference call with two other guys? The call keeps dropping." And it turns out that he was driving to the hospital because his wife was having brain surgery.
Oh,
So that's pretty up there with being an
Bob,
athlete.
I thought you were going to end that with and it was Bryan Cranston, and we were going to do Breaking Bad.
No, I will not name a star. It was O.J. Simpson, my buddy, the Jew. Oh, wait, does he have a wife? I don't know. He's got a putter, but anyway, back to the thing I'm supposed to talk about, but I want to talk about. Hold on, I just have a Corona moment.
Uses the cough button.
Yeah, what a professional.
I muted that damn thing. I'm just up too early. I haven't been sleeping. Have you guys been sleeping?
I've been sleeping. Bob, I was saying we were talking about it last episode. I'm turning into like a geriatric during this. I'm like in bed by 9, exhausted by 7. I eat a lot of raisins. I'm like an old person now.
You sat in a rocking chair eating raisins, watching like the birds yesterday, right?
Squirrels.
Just kill yourself.
Oh no,
I thought you meant the movie The Birds.
No,
you're actually watching squirrels.
creatures.
You're looking out your window at squirrels.
Yep. Right out the window, just watching squirrels around the trees.
Do you yell "Get off my lawn" yet?
It's coming next.
And the N-word.
Corona. I could see him being like, "You damn kids, break that party up."
Hey, you know what? I actually really get it with old people too, because like I know what my neighbors do now. I'm like spying on my neighbors. There's not shit else to do. No wonder you're like, that lady's gone for 3 walks today. What's wrong with her?
Right.
Her and the husband must be fighting.
There's a famous Hitchcock movie with Jimmy Stewart, Rear Window, and he's got a broken leg and he's looking out the window at all of the apartments and he sees all the dramas and he witnesses a murder and it's like really cool. And we're kind of like living that. It depends on where you live, but if you're living in the city, you know, you're looking out your window, it's a mosaic of just people doing all kinds of shit. And I like that. But I'm here in LA. It's spread out, but I'm still not touching anybody. The UPS guy wanted to kiss me the other day, I think. You can't lick linoleum anymore, toilet seats. You can't rub cardboard boxes on your junk. It's all dangerous.
That's why Bob got on TikTok to do the coronavirus challenge, to start licking toilet seats.
That's perfect.
How's the podcast going, Bob?
That's what I want. Yeah, because I didn't think I was going to do one because everybody's got one. You know, literally the kid across the street has one for real.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, but I wanted to do it because I was saying because of all the anger in the world, and it kind of accompanied my stand-up, and it just made sense. And then I started planning it before the end of the year, and then the beginning of the year comes, and I was able to put 2 episodes where you do them on YouTube as well as your Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all that stuff. And then little did I know that this happened. So I was only able to do 2 episodes where I went in studio and then they started shutting it down and I was insisting they spray everything down, give me my own mic, my own ear stuff, you know.
Fucking diva Bob Saget over here.
No, it was scared me. And then they took care of me and I have the board here and I just started doing it. And it's really interesting what happened because it's called Bob Saget's Here For You. And the idea of it is exactly what the title is. And I the first 2 weeks, I'm 3 episodes, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then I go in the 3rd week on Monday and Thursdays till the end of time, which apparently is next March. So, but the whole idea is I have guests. I have big names, people that are really just my friends. I've got John Stamos, Macaulay Culkin, Howard. Yeah.
That's such a get.
He's such a good guy. And Tiffany Haddish and Howie Mandel and Bill Burr. Bill Burr drilled me a new asshole. It's unbelievable. I'm sorry. Are you texting your mom? Are you getting
Sorry.
Is Dave sending you a frozen pizza? Dave's frozen pizza shit keeps me alive.
He is. Did you see his finger the other day? What he did to his
Oh
knuckle?
yeah, that's when his goldfish killed himself.
Oh my, you're in, huh?
Oh, I'm all over it. I can't get enough of it. And I know his minions because he's a private account are accepting the world because he's got another million all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But I ended up doing this. The coolest thing I'm doing on this podcast, which I haven't seen a lot, but everybody's taking callers their whole life on all radio forever. And Stern was always amazing at it. And then would just all of a sudden hang up on people, And I used to be a regular on the show and stuff. And now I put a phone number up in the link of the thing on the thing with the thing, on the Apple podcast, and people call that number, and I announce it on Twitter and Instagram. I'm calling tomorrow Pacific time, 1:30 to 4:30. I'm doing it in 2 days, and for 3 or 4 hours, I'll make 3 episodes of calling people, or 2 episodes, depending on how. If sometimes it's a 90-minute episode because I can't not do it because it just seems right. It is the time's what it's supposed to be. And I'm calling people and they're picking up, sometimes not because I'm a blocked number, but it's my phone's hooked into the board. It sounds great. And
So who are you calling? Give me an example.
The people, just nice people. I talked to a guy the other day and he was stoned for 35 minutes. He was stoned the whole time. He laughed the whole time. We were
Just
talking
a regular guy. We're not talking about
these are regular people. No, because my friends I call, but that's different. Those are the guests. Like once a week I'll have, or every few episodes I'll have a name of note.
Right.
That's like good people. But then and a couple episodes I'll just talk. It'll just be me riffing, and I can do that nonstop. End up scratching my junk, talk about it, and then talk about peace on earth, So it's like I'm all over the place. But I'll have a guest that's a lady that tells me she's a nurse and she's got a patient that died that day and she's got an autistic son. And I'm not going to be doing dick jokes on that call,
Right.
And it just hits me and I'm affected. So it's literally one-on-one real stuff. And I'm not like one of the fake TV doctors that tells you bullshit that they have to apologize for the next day because they're making shit up. Inhale from a sardine can, it's like, right. And then I'm able to also then get a guy on the phone that goes, tell me the aristocrats. Let's talk about my dick. I'm like, sir, I'm not going to talk about it, but let's talk about it. And then
that's what's good about the podcast. Like you can show a lot of different sides of yourself. I'm sure some people think of you as just Danny Tanner or just the dick jokes or just this, just that. And you realize, you can do it all in one shot.
It changes. I'm a chameleon throughout the episode. And so it's really rewarding. I actually look forward to hitting that record button. The other day, I can't run it anywhere, but I was trying to film myself because I can't do the YouTube professionally because I wanted to record it on an iPhone so they could take that, turn that up to, put that up to YouTube, and then record the podcast. And as I was doing it, all the wires and everything, the board fell over. I fell on the floor. It's like,
why are you not putting it out? Put that out.
All right. Maybe I'll run it. Maybe I'll go.
That's the shit that people want. They don't. The times that we screw up are our most our fans' favorite times. Definitely.
Right. Now, I would assume you've got more downloads than ever right now. Is that accurate?
The early going, I'm not sure what it is last few weeks. The first week there was a dip because I feel like a lot of our listeners are East Coast cities. So we're getting a lot of commuters and we're getting a lot of people at the gym. And that's like their time when you listen to podcasts by yourself. And so without those 2 times, there was a spike down in the very beginning. But I'm hoping, I don't know what it's been recently, I'm hoping that people kind of found their routine. Like, all right, I used to listen on the train, but now I'm going to listen when I'm eating lunch or when I go to bed or whatever it may be. Because I think it was more just about finding more time to yourself. If you're stuck at home and you got your kids and your wife or your roommates or whatever, it's not like the same alone together situation. So I don't know what it is recently. I hope it's more than ever, but I know in the beginning there was a dip.
I think a lot of people that you've accumulated over time need this. I think, and the late night shows, the quality is this, and
Right.
and their ratings are up because you're watching news all day. The younger people want to see Jimmy or Steven or Seth or James or whatever. But it's weird. It's weird that people need an outlet right now.
Right.
They need.
I have a question. Speaking of outlet, I listened to your podcast episode. I loved it. One thing you talked about a lot, free association. What is it?
Well, it's when you associate and you don't charge people. And that's why my podcasts are available for free if you download from Apple Music. It's when it's improv. It's letting your brain go down paths. I wrote a book called Dirty Daddy, and I decided to do it. And the publishers were like, HarperCollins, they were concerned that I'm not using normal language. I was talking about, deaths in my family. And then all of a sudden I'm walking up the stairs worrying I'm going to have drainage as I get older and it's going to come out of me. And then I'm going to slip on the stairs and fall and die. And then I'll wind up like after being very emotional about talking about true deaths in my family. And I had a great editor and they all had a meeting of the minds and it came out well. And it's just the way I've always been. Since I was a stand-up at 17 years old, so that's 40 plus years. My God, I'm gonna die.
But I feel, I feel like acting is almost the opposite of that, though, right? Like stop, go, action, cut.
The last time I think I saw you, I was doing a play, Hand to God, in New York. I think I'm not sure, or I was on.
You mentioned it. I don't know if you were doing it, but you mentioned it.
Oh, then I must have been done doing it. But that was you got to hit your mark, you got to hit your lines, you got to do your cues, and there's no room for that. But I did another play in New York once, Drowsy Chaperone. Bob Martin was the original, and it's a brilliant play. And there's latitude within that. You got to hit your cues, but you can, because I had the Man in Chair, which was the lead, but my mother, who was alive then, said, "Man in Chair, that's the name of your character. You couldn't get a real part," but he was the star of the play. He was not the star. He was the narrator. He was the Art Town. But it was, it's all different. Everything's a different muscle. But I love, like, if I'm doing stand up, I love, and if it's a special, especially. That's great wording. I'm able to, do that, self-reflect, make the laugh is in the fuck up,
How much of yours of a set of yours, if you go on stage, is canned material versus you just start riffing?
I like that you call it canned material. It really gives respect to my art. And the laughs are canned, and I like those Hormel little knuckles, those little teeny little wieners that but the new work I'm doing is telling stories and doing jokes that are kind of more linear in a way. And then I'll go off if something happens or if something reminds me of something, I'll go off. But I am always pretty lucid, so I always come back to the topic, and that's where people are reassured. Oh, wait a minute, because it takes a lot of preparation to go off. You can't. You have to know what you're going to come back to. If you go to woohoo and you're gone.
Yeah, I think that. Do you think that people don't think you're lucid at times? Like when you start to go, I feel like you always do bring it back, and I'm like, oh, all right. Like he knew where he was going, and he took it there, and then he brought it back to the question
I didn't know where I was going purposely, and that's like free fall. You're just going, and then when you come back. And that's like people go, whoa. And then they realize, oh, this guy has been doing this for 40 years.
Right.
And bombed for first 10,
Right.
But then you look at people like Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr, a bunch of people. But those guys specifically that do a stand-up where they'll just, and I told Bill this on the podcast recently, it's like they're diving into a swimming pool with no water in it. And the audience is like, oh my God, why'd they bring that up? This is not the time to bring that up. How could Dave say that? How could Bill say that? And then you go, whoa. So it's so great that they think of something and then they get the ending and then they work backwards with how can I get there, and that gives them time. You have time in the middle to play,
right,
and say it differently all the time, but you're still coming to a resolution that has some kind of finite ending that makes sense, and that whoa, that's what that was about. Whether it works or not, sometimes it doesn't always work, but most of the time it does because you've been out there doing it. So,
well, and that's what I think is good about podcasting too. Is the bar is obviously a lot lower than when you're on stage for a comedy act, where it's like people are paying money and they expect to laugh. It's got to be very tight. Podcasting,
But I don't look at podcasts like that's what. See, but I'm a newbie. You guys have been doing.
I don't look at it that way either. I'm not saying that I'm just like fuck it, who cares? But if you go off on a rant that's off topic, you can kind of just be like, anyway, let's get back to it. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to feel like it's all segmented perfectly and all smooth.
No, because the key to broadcast, podcast, radio is to be a companion. You're not performing. Right. Sometimes I hear podcasts from people and they're working so hard to cover their typed up sheets of questions. And sometimes that's amazing, if it's done by people like Conan O'Brien is like, he's a master,
right?
And deserves all the accolades in the world. He's brilliant. He can go through notes and make them work, or just be brilliant because his mind is unusual. And there's a lot of people that I look up to. So I was like, I didn't want to be going, I'm going to do a podcast so I can compete with other people. I just had something to offer people that respond to my stuff, and makes people feel a little better. And yet it doesn't mean I'm not going to talk about my testicles or my butthole, but I don't talk about my butthole, but I do hold it up to the camera. When I'm back on the YouTube, I might post a YouTube today of one of the episodes that was filmed. There's only 2 of them, but maybe I'll show that screw up like you suggest.
Yeah, yes, definitely. Yeah, it's funny you say that because the companion thing, because we're trying to take the podcast. We're doing the opposite of you. You're going from stage to podcast. We're going from the podcast and trying to take it on the road and go to comedy clubs. And I always feel awkward on stage. And I think it's what you just said, is that I'm used to people thinking of us as like just part of the conversation, not the performer to which they are like paying to watch and see. I'm always like, oh shit, we got to make them laugh. We got to put on a show. Well, what you really want is just like bullshit,
But you'll find that, there's people out there doing it. Kevin Smith and my friend Chris Hardwick sometimes, Doug Benson goes out and they do, their podcast, and Doug Loves Movies, and people will talk about movies, and he gets a panel, and people want to be part of that because it's like fun, and it's, I guess it's considered hip, but it's a discussion, and that's great. I think that's great. And then you'll find things that work with everybody, to give them a show. You'll find a way to make it have a ending and a beginning.
Right.
I mean, it's not that hard. And then once you do that, where you're headed. At least you have closure.
Right.
At the end.
Well, I mean, as far as free association goes, you're one of the best in the biz, babe. So people should definitely look forward to that podcast. Bob Saget is here for you, available on all platforms for free. I know how you keep saying that, for free. Most podcasts are free, Bob. Don't worry about that.
I found that out. I
was like, wait a minute, I'm not getting fucking paid for this? What's going on?
And I said, Apple Podcasts, it's free. And Bill goes, okay, let me tell you how this works, Bob. Have no advertisers. Then you end up with, if you get over 60,000 people, then you get some advertisers. Then you got to see, there's so much out there that if you go up the thing, but I'm actually, for just launching, I'm actually doing pretty well as far as what I'm told is audience and ranking and all that crap. But that's like looking at being on a TV show and looking at ratings all the time. It'll drive you insane.
Yeah, you can't do that. The day you start catering to the ratings and the downloads is the day you don't get them because your show's
I've never really done that. Well, I have done that. I did it for 10 years. When you have, real popular top 10 shows, you listen to the testing. Oh, we're going to test your pilot. Oh, that's great. But it's, there's it's whatever beast you're on, it's whatever medium you're on. Right now we're on microfiche. We're on the UMaster right now. I actually like this. I like watching shows if the people have a decent signal.
Yeah. I feel like it humanizes people even further. It's like, yeah, we're all sitting in our bed or hanging out in the kitchen or whatever, and it becomes much more relatable. So
I even enjoy some of the ones that are a little overproduced, and John Krasinski's been doing some good stuff, and it's like he's doing it because he wants to do it. And that's
some good news. Some good news is such a good idea. He's a genius. Genius.
I really like it, and some of it is like, okay, I don't know, you're not really helping anybody.
Yeah, it's nice because everyone's trying something, and then
When he made that little girl happy, and he had Lin-Manuel, and they all sang from Hamilton. I'm sorry, I don't care how macho person you are. That was just awesome. That was great. But singing Imagine, I don't know.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Well, I'm sure you're going to be having many of your own moments on your podcast. So everybody check it out. Bob Saget's here for you. And as always, we appreciate it, man. Thanks so much.
I think a lot of you guys, I think a lot of you, I can't stop thinking about you. I'm going to be thinking about all kinds of mushrooms growing up.
Everybody go shower. Everybody's going to go shower right now.
We're all going to shower right now. It's time to shower.
Thank you so much, Bob. You're the best.
Man. Have a good one.
Well, okay.
You as well. Talk to you soon.